You're not like
Your butthole
I would
buggers.
add a like a stream starting soon scene.
Yeah.
And then just open it up like 10 minutes early.
Okay.
All right.
How do I?
Well, yeah, I was.
Mm-hmm. Automatic. Okay. Okay. Can you stay in VCPSI because I need to re-edit this thing?
Yeah, that's fine.
I'm actually just.
Oh, you're gonna re-edit for 3 people?
Well, I need to just re-edit for 2.
Gotcha. Are you running prod or is Lady doing that?
No, I'm running product. Oh shit! Now there's 4 people.
Do you have double casters? Oh, nice, you do.
Yeah.
Oh wait, you're on prod. You got 2 casters.
Yeah.
The LF
I'm on product.
The LFGS alums have been doing well, by the way.
Yeah.
I got I came in second in MVP voting for CGL Masters.
Oh heck yeah! Hey PSI, can you leave really quick so I can crop this stuff for 3 people? Okay, cool.
Oh, are we all casting?
No. So I'm gonna be product, and then your co-caster is Thomas.
Oh.
What up?
Yeah. Fuck, that didn't work. Control D. But I just need to make sure it captures properly. And the way Discord does its layouts, it'll change who's talking. Or not change who's talking, but like who's on screen. So, what did I call that? Display capture. Let me see. Or I guess it changes the orientation of who's where, and so I need to make sure I have that looking right. Display capture. So I'm adding the people's. I wonder. Okay. Ooh, I got people who want to be my friend. Okay. Now we have this one. So Thomas, can you talk really quick?
Test. Hello,
Perfect.
hello.
Perfect. Okay, and then just increase your screen. Oh, you guys are welcome to be on camera if you want. No, you don't have to be on camera. You can just totally be just straight VC. Whatever you're most comfortable with.
Let me know when I need to lock in. I'm watching Twitch.
Okay. I think you're good. I think we're good right now. It's a little uneven. That's fine. Oh shit. Okay, so if I bring that down, bring that in. Okay. Okay, we have like 3 minutes. Or I have 3 minutes. I guess you guys also have 3 minutes. If you need any quick references, hopefully you let me know if you can't find something really quick, and I'll just DM it to you. Okay, that should be pretty nice. Okay. Got an invite here. Alright. Oh yeah, tell me how the sound sounds like, because maybe for one person, their mic might not pick up and I have to turn them up in... Oh, okay. Because everyone's popping into the yellow, which is good. I'm a little in the red, so I might need to move my dial. Okay, so there's lobby. Oh wait, what is this? Oh, this is my profile. Okay, so that looks great. Alright, now I want to make sure I'm not leaking anything. Oh well. Okay, we're not. Great. We're gonna put this over here. What? I do. So in theory, I can like ban people. Well, I don't know actually. Yeah. Well, that I'm really excited to know that the LFGS has a strong community. I was awesome to see because AC Ruse started back when I first started taking over hosting tournaments. And then you also have the Kevin fan clubs who've also been here before, so it's great to see returning teams. How messed up are my video clips? What? What do you mean? Oh, sure, I guess. No,
Yeah, it's
okay.
close enough.
LOL. Alright, so let me... Oh, I guess people can tell me. Okay, is it... Okay, it's not time yet. Oh, people are telling me the lineup. Hello.
I'm glad we got our logo like the day they did the drawing.
Mm.
Our logo's done by our very own Enfer.
Ooh, that's awesome. Okay, Leo. Oh, I mean, oh wait, fuck. He doesn't have it for some reason. Okay. Let me. Yeah, I know there are some people like, oh my god, I need to know. Okay. Oh, you know, I bet you, I guarantee you. Yeah, yeah, it's Imperium. Can you give him that and tournament? Tournament participant? Thank you. Okay, great. Alrighty. Okay, okay. So that's all set. Now it's time. Okay. Alright, well, hello LFGS. This is kind of we're back. We have Sir Thomas and Batman as our casters tonight, and I'm part of productions. We have PSI behind the scenes as moderator. I'm gonna get the lobby set up, and I'll let the casters start chit chatting.
Wait. I'm not in the lobby.
Well, you're in VC, but I'll get you into lobby.
Close enough, close enough.
Have you wait, am I friends with you? Did I
Yeah,
get?
you friends with me.
Do we accept the friendship?
You're Mighty Owl, right?
Yeah. Oh, there you are.
The dragon icon.
Dragon icon.
That's me. It's a red dragon icon. If you've seen Game of Thrones, it looks like the Targaryen seal.
Whoa. It might be a different Mighty Owl you have friends. Wait.
Wow, how many Mighty Owls?
There Mighty Owl is very, very common. It's a default battle net name, and for a while I was collecting Mighty Owl players because I wanted to create a team of just straight Mighty Owls. Yeah.
I get it. It's Batman 113698.
Oh gosh. Okay. Social. Did it work? Batman 11368.
698.
Oh, 6.
Did you just add a random Batman?
I probably added just a random. Okay.
I'm sure it's common enough.
Oh, God.
There's a lot of Batmans. They're all Ana players, by the way. Every time I've ran into a Batman in ranked, they've always been an Ana player.
I believe it.
Okay.
Oh, are you new to LFGS, Tom? You weren't here for season 6?
Oh, I go back.
I don't remember. Was I here for season 6? I can't remember last time I commentated. I might have missed the season.
I was the Ana guy. That's when I got to play. So
Hey, it's
there's
always
a lot of us.
Listen, I'll never complain about getting to play Ana. I remember for the end of Overwatch 1, I think I was stuck playing BAP for like 2 years straight. I'll never complain about getting to play, you know, Ana's nice and fun and feels impactful. It's you could do worse. You could do worse, I guess.
Okay, did that work? That should work, right?
Yeah, 1 second. Do.
Okay, they're telling you how to pronounce things. Okay.
What?
Okay. All right. I'm gonna get the whole thing set up. All right. I'm gonna swap over to lobbies. I don't see me doing all this stuff. Okay. I'm gonna stop talking and I'm gonna let you guys roll while I get the lobby set up.
All right. Good to be
698.
back.
698.
Season 7.
I'm watching the stream, Mighty O. Oh, it's on a delay. why.
That's a big delay.
You already added me. I'm not sure why. Whatever. It is what it is. Okay.
The stream can be misleading. But yeah, it's good to be back. Tell me what went down in season 6. What was the big storylines I missed?
Oh wait, can someone tell Mighty Owl that there's not enough room for me to join the lobby because no one's in the.
Yeah.
Yeah. So season 6 ended. I believe Fireside Fireflies won. I actually ended up being teammates with the DPS from Fireside Fireflies in a Masters, on a Masters team a couple months after the season ended. But then it was our team, Last Disaster Final Stand, who has now become Odyssey Esports Scylla. And then in third was rebranded. It was one of the longer tournaments I've been a part of, and it was enjoyable all the way through. I felt like the competition level was really close. It wasn't like in Face It where you could have some matches where it just felt like total blowouts and
Yeah, it's
wasn't
always
really
nice when you get some real
Yeah,
games
it
in
was
and not
good.
just blowouts either way. I feel like this tournament in particular has been good. I think about being
I
able
have
to players of
I have
pretty
a
similar.
small amount of insight into Imperium though. I don't know anything about the Kevin fan club.
Dude, I will say from I've seen Kevin Fan Club multiple seasons, so this is a historic franchise.
Oh, is it? They weren't here. They weren't here in season 6.
Oh, maybe we both took a break for season 6. But yeah,
Yeah.
no, I definitely remember. I think all the way back to I coached the team. I don't know. I don't even know if they were doing seasons back then, but that would have been maybe two years ago, and they were still going back then. So they've been around a while. I was talking to one of their players. They said they switched some people in and out as you do, but yeah, they've definitely been around the block. But spill on Imperium. What do we got going on over there?
I know minimal amount, but their main support player, Frost, I think 432, is actually so I'm the manager of Odyssey Scylla, and technically a DPS ringer, and technically a DPS sub. But Frost is actually Frost 432, not Call Me Frost, who is also a support player, so this could get confusing.
We got the dueling Frost backline.
Yeah, and then sorry, I get it now. Kevin Fan Club, Kevin the Bird from the movie Up. Okay, it makes sense now. Anyway.
Yeah, I don't know if I ever put that together until I just saw the logo just now.
Yeah. I was like, who is Kevin?
I always thought they just had a friend named Kevin and they were a big fan
Yeah.
of him. You know, I never really questioned it too much.
Anyway, so Frost is our main support ringer in the server and actually a member of a different diamond team in Odyssey Esports. So my org has 2 diamond teams. One of them is in this tournament. One of them will be in CGL Diamond. But this team, Frost is the main support for Odyssey Hades, which is the other diamond team. So I know his game, and I know that if the rest of the team is a reflection of Frost, they could be a front runner for this tournament.
We already got favorites coming in. I didn't even realize the competition has heated up so much. I was looking at the team info. It looks like looking for gold scrims. I don't even know if that's an accurate title anymore.
Yeah.
We got
No, it's
up
leveled up.
But it's there's also there was a little rank reset. I think everyone got bounced around a little bit, so still some familiar
most
faces.
people went up.
Yeah. I guess we'll see. That's not always down to watch some good Overwatch.
We can do some profile stalking here.
Oh, I
Wait.
love doing that. Who do we got? Who do we
Am I
got?
confused?
Let me look at Imperium here. We got. Let's see, Frost's profile. I mean, they got all the screenshots in here, all that good stuff.
All right, let's do some profile stalking. I wish we had access to the spreadsheet that tells us what role everyone plays.
We do?
We do?
Yes.
Can someone send that to me in Discord?
I will send it to you real quick. Yeah, it's looking like they have. Imperium has 8 players, so I guess we'll see who they end up starting here.
The 8-player strategy is somewhat common. It seemed like there was a lot of teams that seemed to have 7 to 8 players.
Yeah, I think especially when you, at least in my experience, these tournaments where it's like not the, it's not like face it level super organized. People are just busy, so having
Mhm.
lots of redundant backups and stuff and people that can step in. But I know some
Yes.
teams. I mean, from commentating the tournament before, there's some teams that will get playing time to all 8 players. Like they're just very map dependent. They'll have tank players that specialize on like 1 or 2 very specific heroes, and will be brought in, depending on what maps they end up going to. So
All right,
we'll
so
see.
let's
We'll
take a
see if they
look.
got fake ringers or if we're getting the full lineup tonight. Because it looks like the lobby. We got two other stragglers in here.
All right, so let's take a look at Imperium. Well, I think the names are backwards in the lobby. That is not Imperium in blue, for those who are
True.
tuned into the stream. That is Imperium is red, and Kevin's fan club is in blue. We just have to switch the names around. Anyway, so let's see what we got going on for the tank role on Imperium. It looks like Dragon Master and Leo are their registered tank players, and they got Dragon Master starting here. Let's see what characters we could expect out of Dragon Master. Okay, so Dragon Master is confusing. They play a lot more DPS
A
and
lot of
ranked.
non-tank.
Yeah, a lot of Bastion. I guess that's a tank of sorts.
The tank form that counts, right?
So I'm seeing Sigma, Malga, Reinhardt as the primary ones for this season. Let's see what they're doing. Let's just go all seasons to make this easier. We don't want to. Okay, we got a Roadhog main.
Now this is spicy.
That is their 9th most played character though. They are an Ana main. You see, I respect that. I respect
Listen,
an Ana main offer.
You gotta flex where you can. It's gotta work with what you got.
Oh wait, I'm silly. Dragon Master is also registered on. Wait, am I looking at this right?
They had double.
No. Okay, I was looking at it wrong.
Wait, yeah, they're DPS and support.
Yeah.
Wait,
Gingerbread.
tank should be gingerbread.
Here we go. Here we are. Here we go. Okay, this makes more sense. There we go. They're a Junker Queen player.
A good honest tank.
Well, we can debate if Junker Queen is honest later, but well, we can. But it seems like a pretty heavy skew in favor of Junker Queen. I'd go as far as to say this could be what the streets call a one trick. It seems 56 hours to 20 hours is the next closest tank. It's a very heavy, and they picked Samoa. So we can definitely expect a Junker Queen or a Zarya to come out. Let's see if they've been playing in more recent seasons. Maybe an Orisa or a Mauga.
That seems like a pretty fair bet. Who do we got tanking over here on the? Let me pull up the Kevin Fan Club page here. Looks like
I'll
we
let
got.
You take the Kevin Fan Club scouting.
I think we got Porter John Joe. Looks like. They have another tank, but he's not in a lobby, so I'm guessing it's going to be Porter John Joe at the start here.
Another small insight.
What they're playing. Looking like some Ram, some Diva, some Czar. Pretty even spread across some a good number of tanks here.
It seems like team synergy could be the deciding factor within this match, though, as there is not an insignificant SR gap between these two teams. But as I've seen time and time again in tournaments like this, SR can mean nothing. Although it is important, it's not everything.
Oh, definitely. Especially Especially because I think they're both factoring eight players. So depending on who's
Yes.
in, there might not be an SR difference at all.
Exactly.
But yeah, there's definitely a lot of elements of the team play that impact way more than SR. Your shot calling, your ability to play as a team, pre-fight planning, stuff that you're not necessarily always doing in your ranked games, depending on, I guess, how often you want to yell at people in voice.
Yep. And it seems like we could have a, just knowing what tanks are good right now, we could have sort of a dive versus brawl setup here. Porter John Joe seems to favor the mobility tanks of Doomfist and Hazard these past couple seasons.
I'm always down to see. I'll never complain about seeing a Doomfist. Unless it's in my against me and ranked.
Unless it's
Then
in
I'll
my
complain.
game. Porter John Joe, also a Sojourn player, so we can expect some decent mechanics out of them.
It
Sojourn
translates
Tracer
over.
main.
Doomfist, I feel like
That makes
people think a
sense.
lot about you got the kind of techie play style, but Doomfist deceptively aim intensive. You really got to hit those
Left
those
clicks.
knuckle shots. Like there's
Yeah.
so much of your damage comes from that. You think of him as the big punchy guy, but I think ever since he became a tank, like the headshots on the knuckle shots are so important to be able to get that damage out.
Yeah, I agree. So Tom, I have to ask you: are you a coach, or are you? What's your deal here with LFGS?
Oh gosh.
Just to
What a
get
good
to know
question.
you a little better. 'Cause I don't feel
So
like
I
scouting
coached
anymore.
the team a few seasons ago, but everyone is very busy, so we struggle to be able to make tournaments like this. I actually don't even know if I knew that. I think I might have asked them if they wanted to do that. I might have fumbled and forgot to say anything about this one. But yeah, I do put my services out there as I was willing to coach. I like coaching players when available. I don't play as much as I used to in my prime. Now I like to watch people play and then tell them what they're doing wrong instead.
Wow. Not to network on air, but Odyssey Esports does have a coaching spot open if you would like to give it a whirl.
I'll have my people reach out to your people, and
we'll
I'm
get
looking
that
for-
sorted later.
yeah, looking for a 6-figure base salary, but
Okay.
we can negotiate.
I can do that in rubles, but nothing else.
Okay, let's look at these hero bans. We got Kevin Fan Club banning Lucio. Interesting. Not
that is a Frost target ban. It's gonna slow down the pace of play a lot.
Yeah,
Maybe
if
there
you
was some
know-
smart scouting from the enemy team.
Yeah, if you know they're playing
the
this
enemy
Queen
team
comp,
wants to play brawl.
you're probably expecting like this Lucio Kiri. Banning Lucio does make it a lot harder to close these distances. You can make it work. I mean, Queen has her own speed, but it's gonna make it a lot more difficult. In exchange, they're banning Hazard. Probably a little profile peek in there, but it's a tournament.
I'm
No
guessing
shame in
some
taking the
profile
advantages.
peeking, but I'm looking at the Frost 432 profile. And it seems like this guy's got a Wu Yang on him that he never disclosed to me when he was ringing. But
Secret Wu Yang.
I'll talk to him about that later.
Let's see what we got here. Oh, I'm so bad at remembering the individual map names. But we're at the one with the big circle in the middle. I think I stopped.
Town center or something.
I stopped learning the map names for Overwatch 2.
Oh, it's village. Samoa Village.
Yeah, it's a little, it's a little towny. It's a little villagey. I could see both. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see if they're gonna stick with this JQ comp. Maybe they'll try and sub in the Juno to still have that speed if they want to run something like that, or if the Lucio ban will maybe turn them off of something like that. Maybe see if they want to sub something else in for this map. Looking like they're gonna stay with the Queen. Gingerbread likes the Queen, and we can respect that.
Now, this was something I did see in Frost's profile, that he'd been practicing Juno, an unusual character for him. It seemed like didn't play a lot of Juno before recently, so maybe they were expecting the target bans, and still wanted speed as an option.
Our specs mixed up, but yeah,
I
think
respect Dragon Master for being honest.
yeah. Yeah, interesting. TTV mage, you know, coming in a little late there afterwards. But we won't say anything too crazy, you know.
Yeah, TTV Mage was trying to,
he was
maybe
still a
they
little
were fine with
sneaky on
it.
him.
Yeah, maybe he was fine with it. We have our
Um,
DPS with 100 ping. Uh-huh.
Give me take a sec to fix. He's gonna go plug into the
Okay,
mainframe.
we're on our second pause before the
Second
map
pause.
has even
Map hasn't
started.
started yet.
I wonder if it's a server problem. Or I wonder if everyone's on high ping. I'm not. I think we're just on. We're probably on what, NA Central, and they might have some West Coast players or something.
Yeah, maybe West Coast or something. 100 is not optimal, but
100's
playable.
and it's a lot, even for someone on West Coast playing in a East Coast lobby. Or
Yeah, looking
Central
like they're maybe
lobby.
just gonna do a quick reboot here. But let's look at the comps here, because I do find it interesting. The Ryan ban, or the Lucio ban
With the
from
Reinhardt.
Kevin Fan Club, and then they're going to the Ryan comp, is interesting. They're gonna
But
play
I'm
this
seeing-
Ryan without speed here.
I'm seeing a Vendetta though, so I think we're going to see some tactical inting from the Kevin Fan Club.
Yeah, well,
here.
it's definitely an interesting comp setup. I mean, how do you get this Vendetta and this Ryan onto people without the speed? But I guess both
So-
are kind of brawl comps, so we'll see what they end up.
I
They might
think
just
with
throw
Vendetta,
the
that character seems to work much better when your whole team all ins with you. I think this character will be deadly in organized play because of it. So you see how the Ryan's walking up quick with the Vendetta.
Ryan going in really deep here. They're gonna look to chase down these kills. Kiri had the TP out.
Maybe an overextension though.
Maintaining the
Chasing after
distance.
some
Oh, but the
characters
Ryan's
with a
in
lot of
so
mobility.
deep.
The Ryan is
See
so
if they're able to
far.
punish this. No Mega available as well. They're gonna look to turn
Wow,
on it.
the
Yeah,
Ryan
they are gonna
falls
catch
early,
that.
unable to get out with no speed.
Vendetta coming in deep, trying to clean up these kills here now. Is gonna find one. But yeah,
Sunlight
losing
doing
that
a
Ryan
really
early
good
is
job
gonna
of
lead
holding an
to
angle and
a quick loss there. Ryan getting a
the
little
discard, the venture cap out.
little excited on the rotate there, seeing if he can try and catch someone and
See,
tad deep
those are
here.
those plays that might work if you have speed. I think it's a little bit of an overcommit.
You know, as a Ryan, you always like to play like you have speed. They're gonna. The Juno Ring's gonna
And the
come
Juno
out,
clean
trying to
load.
back out
The
Gingerbread.
Kiri
Nice
falls
sneak
down
to
early,
save them.
but they still have a healing output from the Juno.
Yeah, this Ryan comp just doing a nice job sticking together, walking through players. I think they tried to get. They used a lot of support resources to try and get Gingerbread out there. But I think still a bit too deep as they were coming in. And they had the knife in the Ryan, which helped them catch up even faster.
Maybe a little bit of a mistake TPing so close to your Junker Queen with the Reinhardt right there.
Ult's starting to come online. We do have this Pulse Bomb available. See if Sunline chooses to use it. They are on this off angle up top. Getting engaged by the Vendetta here, cutting off the off angle. Vendetta's kind of far from her team now. Needs to be a little careful, but high mobility, able to get back there.
Oh, Ryan's falling down.
Super early
Oh.
Suzu coming out. Wu Yang falling very low. Venture gonna be able to get the
Gets
kill.
comfy. Oh, but the Queen
The tank
falls.
traded out. And the nice
Big
pin
hit.
there in Frost. I think Vendetta doing a good job making sure that Tracer doesn't have free reign of the off angle, knows that they have the mobility to get back to the team. And now this is going to be a bit of a crazy fight here. Both teams coming up on basically all of their ults. Nothing used so far. I suspect that we're going to see, 5 or 6 come out here. I think whoever ults first here is going to be at a big advantage. You really want to look to hit the Shatter early before they can build the last of these ults. Venture in, now forced out with the Burrow. Shatter coming in, gonna catch the Queen, see if they're able to get the finish. Queen's super low. They are gonna finish it now. You trade out one for it, but down the tank is really
Sunline's
tough.
doing a good job getting these opening picks, but the space they take with the Ryan just walking down the Junker Queen. Frost is gonna fall here.
Yeah, I really don't like this engage from Kevin Fan Club. Down their tank there, knowing they're going into the ult fight, unless you pop the ults really, really early and you look for these finishing blows super early, it's going to be tough to maintain kind of your status in that fight. And now this last fight's going to be a bit of a desperation fight. Their team just having time to get back. See what they're able to engage with here.
Coming here for
Do have Queen ult here.
Imperium.
Oh, the pin! Gonna deny so much space. The Vendetta ult's gonna catch one.
Kiri
Down.
dies with Rush.
Everyone's popping
Big
ults.
Suzu.
Pens is one of them.
Oh, Suzu only
Ryan's
gets
still
2.
weak though. It feels like Kevin Fan Club is gonna come out on top of this. Super late Reaper ult gonna be cut off very early. And that was a lot of ults used from Imperium, but not able to get the fight win.
That is Imperium that won the fight.
Oh, it is Imperium? Do I have my name tags mixed up?
I believe Imperium is the...
You're right.
It's the team in blue.
Alright, I mixed it back up. Alright, we're on top of it now. Ryan coming in,
Oh,
they got the free to
Let's see how
counter
they
it.
deal with it. Humpty goes down early.
Looking to catch here, already 2 down here from the side of Imperium.
I'm seeing a Reinhardt shatter on the board here.
Oh yeah, the Reinhardt, and also pretty much the only thing they're near. If they're gonna win a fight before probably 99%, it's gonna have to be off the back of this shatter.
The Venture goes unseen. They all walk past the Venture.
Venture deep in the backline, Tracer flanking as well, but they're just trying to push forward through it. Ryan looking to engage here. Vendetta on the off angle, chasing down this Kiri, forces out the Suzu, shatter coming in.
Shatter.
Catch Juno deep.
Frost goes down. They get the rush off.
Kitsune comes out, but it's too late. Everyone too weak. Not able to get anyone back up.
First round going to Kevin Fan Club.
Yeah, so they had the off angles there with their Venture and Tracer were deep, but I think the Imperium just played faster than Kevin Fan Club was inspecting. They just sort of went head on at the split team, and the flankers didn't have enough time to actually catch up and do anything from behind. The Shatter came in fast, was able to catch people, and they were just able to clean up from there.
Ready for battle.
So I think the problem I'm seeing is most of the time Gingerbread can't do any damage because that big Rhine shield and no DPS to help break it.
Yeah, it is tough. The Junker Queen into Rhine matchup, you kind of need to ignore Rhine, and at the same time you have to manage him. It's definitely Equal Mage still on the wrong team.
Equal Mage.
This guy is an imposter among
player.
us. Sim
Got a
TP's
TP
coming
out
out.
from Imperium.
Very professional.
And the
They're
high
gonna
ground
take this
rotation
high ground
from
here.
Kevin Fan Club. But who can they really set up with this high ground with no hit scan?
Yeah, the high ground not going to do a ton for him. Vendetta's in
Frost
so
going low
deep, trying
early,
to chase the
Suzu out.
Juno. Is going to catch it though. This Vendetta,
Wow.
there's really no one on Imperium to really shut down this Vendetta. They don't have anything sort of like a Cass. They
don't
need
have
to,
enough
it needs to
damage.
be very much a team effort to be able to shut her down.
This
Otherwise,
frontline
she's
has a
just
lot
kind
of armor
wreaking
and
havoc.
a lot of mitigation tools.
Yeah, she's just kind of wreaking havoc on this backline. They're not able to do anything. Vendetta looking to chase this Kiri. A little frisky in the front line. Of course, that's Suzu and TP. It's gonna make this fight a little tougher. Vendetta's still in so deep and just finding these kills. They're just doing gross things in this backline. Oh, but the tank now falling super weak. See if they can keep this lineup. Is gonna fall. Malga coming in, slamming deep, gonna catch the Kiri. Gets them down very weak, burning. The TP coming out. See if this Tracer is able to find anything in the backline. Dracula is able to get the finish combined with Kiri. I mean, it looks like the Vendetta was going to take that fight away, and then they were able to capitalize on this Malga switch, be able to push the aggression back, and be able to turn that fight back around.
I do like the Malga swap. You can hold a little bit longer with the larger HP pool and some survivability tools with the E and the
Yeah, they're
fan.
going to go ahead and swap onto the Orisa for it. Both teams swap. Oh my
Oh,
gosh!
the Malga falls
The Malga just
immediately.
erased from the video game! From 700 to 0 in just about a quarter second. Vendetta going to be looking to follow up his kills. Going in deep, catching the backline. Order John Joe.
I'd also like to say our scouting was wrong. Order John Joe, not
This
on
is
the tank.
true. Listen, that might have been mine. You know, reading spreadsheets is hard, alright? We do have the Tracer Sunlight deep on the Mega up top here. They do have the
Not really
Pulse One
close to
available.
anyone though.
Yeah,
As
they're gonna
Kevin
have to
Fan
work
Club
their way
is
in a
taking over
little bit.
rotation onto the Rogan. Hard to really do anything, are they?
Vendetta ult coming in early. Doesn't look like anyone's really available. Gonna catch the Malga for some damage.
Lot of
Pokemon
damage
Joe
to the Malga.
deep with it still. Malga slamming back in, gonna catch quite a few.
Oh, big. Oh my
the-
god, and they get him back.
Tons of ult coming out here. The Wu Yang ult able to keep Porter John Joe alive. Still just dancing in this backline. This guy is invincible. Just able to take out this backline so easily. Get a scrappy fight here. Both teams
Seems
are
like they're
fighting
just
for
gonna
this
try to
point
stall out the
control.
point. Oh no, they're not. Oh my
People are
goodness.
gonna come out.
Whoa.
A little misguided there,
I don't know
I
about all
fear. Cage gonna catch Frost in there? In
I
trouble.
don't know
See
about
if
this
they even.
Cage. You need to win the fight on point. They stall it out to
Yeah.
97% or 96%.
They use the Cage to win the fight, yeah, but they take point very slowly while doing so. And now it is one fight territory. And they do have both support ults online.
2 ults to 2 ults, both support ults, both very powerful support ults too.
We'll see if they're. I mean, I worry again if Portageon Joe just goes deep and takes out one of these support players early, especially before the ult goes off. I mean, how do you win this fight? Vendetta looking to go deep, gonna go in on the Mauga here. Both teams dumping ults onto the point here. Nothing really coming from.
They're able to
tank.
escape the Ray. Comfy staying alive through sunlight.
Both teams losing a few
Let's see if
people
they
here.
can clean up quick enough.
Fight.
It looks like they'll be able to clean up the fight quick enough. Looks a little sketchy there. Big trades coming through though.
Yeah, Imperium able to take that fight, and they just used Ray for it. Able to hold onto the Kitsune, which is actually pretty nice. I probably would have opted there. That was a little close for comfort for a second. But holding onto it does give them a pretty strong position here.
Yeah,
And they're definitely going to need it. I'd love to see them go early here. So Vendetta's trying to creep up here. They have the Reaper kind of going through the side passageway as well. Pulse Bomb going to come onto the tank, but not going to be enough to finish it on. Does force out quite a few resources. Now this Tracer running from this Vendetta.
And Commander goes down early.
Both teams engaging
They need to
here.
get a touch on the
Wu-Yang ult
point.
coming in, but no one around.
Vendetta's able to touch.
They're trying to chase down this Juno. She's doing a good job evading, just kind of flying above point here.
Oh, and it looks like Imperium will get their map
Finding
back.
the kills. Reaper ult gonna steal it up. You know,
So
not
we
to,
got a
not
match
to
in our
spread,
hands.
yeah, going to map 3. Not to spread Reaper hate, but some of these Reaper ults we might need to work on a little bit here.
I think they're trying to do too much with the Reaper ults. They're trying to clutch 3v1s and hold on to point when they really just need to pick off the Juno.
Yeah, sometimes the Reaper ult smaller is better, because you try to pop that in the middle of the team fight, you're not coming out on the other side.
Yeah.
Must be fun at parties.
You're gonna get shot by everyone. The more people you Reaper ult, the more people are gonna see you Reaper ult.
That makes sense.
I'll be
They have
interested
be
to see
invited
kind of
first.
what they did. Both teams swapped tanks here. It'll be interesting to see if they stay on these swaps. It looks like they're going to stay Mauga, but they are going to go to the Diva possibly instead here.
I like this Diva swap.
interesting.
And I
And
like
off the
Comfy on the
Vendetta.
Ana.
They were working. The Vendetta was working well, but this is a bit of more of a long range map. Maybe just kind of want to stay back on their end, and also kind of capitalize on the Tracer a bit more.
I think the question will be, can Frostex keep Comfy safe? If they can, I think the Ana can be very effective here.
Yeah,
Someone's
but
got a little bit of an angle on the supports. So they've got a capacity to protect their supports, which could make it really hard for Sunline to do anything.
both teams just poking a little bit here, building some ult charge. Sunline, they're sending the Tracer. Oh, but a early engagement here, but a D-Mech very, very fast. And now they're in trouble. The Mauga going to be charging in deep in the backline here, but it's
Mauga
antied up. A really
instantly
nice anti.
deleted.
Think they're able to stabilize off that.
Oh,
But no, everyone a
clean it
little
up,
weak
though.
too early. The remake does come back in. They might try
They
to
can
fight
go back
this.
quick.
They still have-
Wow. They
Coming
let the
back in,
Diva
they're
get the
really-
remake. That's
Yeah,
really
quick kill on the
tough.
Tracer there. And what's looking,
Lost
what
it
was a
back
one
double,
fight
makes
for
me-
Imperium is actually going to flip back to Kevin Fan Club. A really, really nice anti coming out there from Comfy, able to just shred the Mauga super, super fast.
Yeah, and I think a bit of an overcommitment from the Mauga.
Yeah, the Mauga ran in there, maybe was expecting the Suzu, but never came through in there. And yeah, antied on Mauga never feels good.
I think that's a classic example of, getting greedy and losing a fight you'd already won.
Yeah, you gotta be a
I think they
little
were up a
careful
couple at that
about,
point.
about really extending into the other team's space here. Kevin Fan Club looking to catch someone out here, but forced to back out now. The capacity getting very low, gonna be caught dead on point here. The anti coming into Mauga here, but not gonna catch anything.
Another Reaper
Another
ult
Reaper
comes
ult,
up dry.
Die in
no.
the air. It's looking like it isn't gonna matter.
And
A
they're gonna
really
invest
late
Kitsune,
Kitsune
really?
here.
That might have been a misinput.
Yeah, it seemed like they had the fight in the hand there. I think they're gonna wish they had that one back. See if they're... Yeah, that's really gonna hurt their ult economy here. They do have
That's
the
hard.
Nano online, but not an amazing target for it. Probably just gonna go in on a Diva or
Yeah.
maybe a Deep Reaper. And I mean,
That's what I was gonna ask. Who
close
are you
to-
gonna nano here if you're Comfy?
yeah, especially because they have two ults that are not the best in Diva Bomb and Cassidy ult.
Diva's
Tracer
peeling
looking
pretty
to
far
poke
back
out
though.
the-
Gas falls low.
Yeah, both teams
Now
doing
they're
a really
charging on
good
the
job
big
taking these
Suzu.
off angles. D.Va out of mech here, not going to catch anyone with
tough.
that. Sunlight
Going
doing
for
a
the
really
switch
good
kill.
job of playing this mega side, was coming up, was really making comfy, rather uncomfy if you'll excuse my language there. Forcing the D.Va back, they just had to kind of come back, and the rest of the team did a really good job poking on other off angles, made Kevin Fan Club like really take punishment from all angles. They weren't able to reset, and then they were able to finish them all off. Malga engaging early here. Cage gonna come in, but he's anti so weak.
Oh,
Dude comes in. Dracula finds everyone with the ult. They're so worried about getting this Malga down.
and they're gonna stagger the D.Va. Not really though.
D.Va stagger there as well.
They could have drawn that out a lot more.
The D.Va did miss wave, which
Big
is
guy
gonna be
FC 18 got really lucky there. They could have really drawn that out. That could have been a 15-second stagger. A little bit of kindness from Imperium.
yeah. We're gonna see about even up in percentage here.
I
Unless
think
they
the
fight
support
really
ult economy, this whole map has really fallen in the favor of Imperium. And here we're seeing it. They don't have to consider in a match. And
Indeed.
an early fight win, but someone kills
Sunline catching two with the pulse bomb.
Tomato! Another Reaper ult!
Another
Tomato,
creative
no!
Reaper ult.
Tomato!
They do elect to stagger the D.Va this time, force her to run all the way off the map, waste that precious time. And time's going to be a little desperate here. They're going to have to set up someone to touch. Their Tracer died late. No, their Reaper died late. They don't really have anyone in position to touch. Probably going to have to be D.Va, but it's going to be difficult for her to even get there. They need to start moving towards the point like right now. D.Va running. I don't even know if she's going to make it. It's going to be so close. They do trigger overtime.
Set up the Cass!
And they're in such an awkward spot here. They
Will they
actually
get
do
anyone?
a nice rotation. The castle finds one with the Juna beam on point.
Oh my
keeping
goodness, are they
Gingerbread
gonna pull
up.
this back? It's a 3v2! Suzu comes out!
Man, but the
Malga E's
support's
still up.
so weak in the back. Call me
Going
Frost
after
just
the
trying to
Kiri.
stay alive. Another
Do they have a
slam.
bomb? Oh no!
And the cage is probably gonna seal this one off.
And they're able to clutch out the 3v2.
Well, very, very
by the
close
D.Va
first
staying on
map
point
here.
and taking on that damage.
I mean, that was a spicy first game. Very, very close on both sides. I think, yeah, definitely some ult mishaps there. I think there were a few ults they probably wanted back. But I think both teams did a good job at times doing rotations, able to get where they wanted them to. I think pretty much the story of the map won this big Reaper ult. Oh my gosh. Just able to find pretty much everyone. I'm getting the little stagger on the D.Va there as well. Had to clean up the 5K for the play of the game, you know. Why stagger when you can get play of the game? But I think the story of that match was pretty much the rotations. Like the team that rotated more effectively and was able to get kind of that
The map.
pre-fight poke was really sealing the deal so much earlier.
I'm seeing good things out of Sunline. Player of the map, Sunline for me. What do you think?
Agreed.
Tom?
I think Tracer, one of those characters where outside of the top level, you don't always see them in the kill feed. You know, at the very high level, you know, they're hitting all their pulses, they're finishing their one clips and such. But a good Tracer can provide so much value without showing up in the kill feed, just making their supports uncomfortable, forcing them into awkward positions, getting them half before the fight starts to make the other support kind of rotate back to them. And I think doing a really good job at sort of forcing weird and just awkward and being a pain in the butt for Kevin Fan Club. I think I agree. I think Sunline played very, very well there.
And we'll see if Porter John Joe or excuse me, Potter John Joe, not Porter. Potter John Joe.
Good call, you know?
Gets on the
Wait. Oh yeah. All right, I was adding a secret R.
You know, we were talking about it before. I brought up before how Imperium has the SR advantage, but you know, Kevin Fan Club able to make that a really competitive map. I think they can pull it back here.
Oh, absolutely. That
the
did not
teams-
look like a team that was completely out of reach. I mean, that could have gone either way there. A few ults used differently, I think. Absolutely.
But if you look at the player icons, we might see where the player synergy is coming from.
The Pachamaris coming out for
The
Kevin Fan Club.
Pachamaris.
They do
You know,
get the profile picture bonus.
If you're ever around for an Odyssey Scylla match, they will all be rocking the South Korean flag. It's been a tradition of that team for, I think, 2 years now. 2 years and 4 tournaments, they've been rocking the South Korean flag.
Looking like our next map is Escort. Our options: Dorado, Havana, or Shambali. They're gonna go with the hero ban first. It'll be interesting to see what they want to ban here. I wonder if they'll ban that Vendetta. That Vendetta was putting in a lot of work, and they didn't really seem like they had a great answer for it.
I think the Vendetta. I think there were good swaps all around, but I agree. It's hard to deal with that Vendetta. Even a Reaper can be questionable because of that armor. You know, pellets and shotguns don't do well against that armor that Vendetta has. Now, once you get rid of the armor, it's easy to shred the Vendetta, but you need a high damage output to deal with that Vendetta, and that was something they were missing early on with that Venture Tracer DPS line.
Yeah, when your DPS are flanking, their DPS are more than happy to come and keep your supports comfy in the backline.
Now, how will it affect the match now that Lucio is back on the field? Unless Imperium wants to ban out their Lucio player from Lucio, which I don't see happening. And we're gonna get a brawl map, so
We're gonna get
I think
Shibali.
we should be seeing some Lucios. So how will that affect the game, Dom?
It'll definitely be interesting. I mean, I feel like we saw the lack of Lucio come into play there. I mean, right? Like they forced onto the Juno pick. They still wanted that speed to be able to execute and get to the backline quickly.
Hmm.
So I would definitely expect to see the Lucio, especially knowing the Frost insight. But I wonder if that'll. I mean, it seems like if anything, they'll keep a very similar team comp, just subbing the Lucio. But a hero that you're more comfortable on can make all the difference, right? I mean, if you're playing the Lucio versus the Juno, it lets you get that speed more consistently, especially that Lucio able to chase down some kills with your DPS as well. It can definitely affect, even if it seems like you're swapping speed for speed. It definitely affects how your team plays quite a bit.
Sorry, I'm sorting out seeing if it's possible for our producer to stream in Discord so we can both look at the same thing and not be bouncing around the comms so much. Sorry. Felt like I was talking over you a little too much because we were looking at different
I'm
stuff.
used to doing the play by play, but we can work it out however I think this is our first time casting together, so we gotta and my
Yeah.
first time casting in a long while. You gotta shake off the rest a little bit.
Now a relief for me. I just saw my flex support player come online. They were having some graphics card issues,
Oh,
and
that's never good.
they thought they were gonna. They're actually scrimming right now. Oh,
The
it's
Sigma
Sigma
ban.
ban.
Yeah,
So they
gonna
want
make
to play the Junker Queen.
Yeah, definitely expect to see the Queen comp here. I wonder if Kevin Fan Club kind of knowing that. I wonder if they'll stick with that sort of Rhine like anti-brawl comp that they were kind of rocking. Like, okay, like run at us, but we're running kind of a chunky comp here with the Vendetta and the Reinhardt. If you run into our team, I mean, we're more than happy to swing back at you.
Yeah. So seeing Mighty Owl's Discord stream here is helpful for me, getting the bans. I also don't have to worry about swapping back and forth between characters. If you don't know what you're doing, sometimes the spectator can be quite tricky.
Yeah, I when I'm not doing the POV, I definitely tend to stay in aerial quite a bit more. As
That's
a
what I've been
viewer,
doing.
I like being down on the ground, but yeah, it's sometimes hard to catch all the action when you're stuck in a tight POV, especially when you're watching someone like a Vendetta or a Tracer, and there's just so much going on your screen as they're flying around the map all the time.
Exactly. We are but humble casters. We do as the people command. So quick check in on the Twitch chat here. Some lagging going on, according to Ready Player Maddie. Unfortunate. Gingerbread is my favorite player now. Interesting. Like to hear more about that. What did Gingerbread do that was so appealing? But other than having a very strong first map, I think after that first map where the Queen did struggle into the Rhine, I think it was a strong performance from Gingerbread.
Yeah, so Kevin Fan Club gonna ban that Tracer. I think even more good evidence that Sunline was putting in absolute work on that first map. That Tracer, especially when you don't kind of dedicate a slot to it, you don't have like a Brig or a Cass that's really easy to slot in when you're playing something like Ranked. When you're trying to play a more dedicated comp and you're worried about playing your advantages rather than playing to a counter comp, man, that Tracer can be super hard to contain.
Oh, thank you, Random Guy 909 for They don't teach this casting stuff. They really don't.
They do not. You know,
No,
you just gotta hop into
God-given.
it.
God given. Oh, thank you, Equal Mage, for the 200 bits. I'm
100
sure
beats.
that'll help go to the tournament prize pool or funding it, probably. I don't know where we're getting the money. Are we laundering it? We'll never know.
Righty. Shambali. Now,
I'm seeing a concerning amount of my players in the Twitch chat while they're supposed to be streaming. I see.
uh-oh, teacher caught you. Now, I'm curious on your opinion, because this has long been considered a very hot take of mine. But how do you feel about Shambali? Because personally,
Oh boy, I have a lot of
one of
things
my
to say
favorite
about
maps.
Shambali.
I kind of like Shambali, and I know that's a bit of a hot take in the community. I know we got some Shambali haters, but
I would like
kinda
to.
Shambali.
I ask this. I'm going to assume you are a higher ranked player then.
Yes.
Ready for battle.
Well, relatively.
So I really hated Shambali when I was below the Diamond 3 level. Once I got into High Masters, it became more enjoyable. Now I've fallen a bit since then, but we don't talk about that. But I think you can definitely get stuck on this map if you try to just walk down main without the mitigation tools of something like a Sigma. It's not going to go well, especially on second point. That oppressive high ground where you have to walk up, it's almost impossible if you don't take the off angles.
Like an Overwatch 1 map in a lot of ways where, if you're not doing the correct rotations and doing the correct things, you can really like get stuck on some.
Auto John Joe goes down early, gets greedy and goes for a second shot from the
Trying to
Widowmaker.
out-sniped there by the Arissa. You're gonna see the Ram instead of the
a huge commitment to the poke comp here from Imperium.
Yeah, so I think there's mainly two strategies in this kind of Streets phase, right? Either you go really hard up that flank, or you try and kind of work Cart away in a way that they have to come down to you. So they're just kind of sticking their Ram on Cart here, seeing if they can kind of work it around. But yeah, that's the danger, right? If your tank isn't up there mitigating the high ground damage, they do have this. Look how much Cart progress they're getting. They never sent their Arissa to drop or anything, so yes, they're winning the fight, but Cart is so far that they're not probably going to have to bother with this choke again, right? Now you're just able to head through that little building, and you're already kind of on the second half of this first point.
Okay, so again, no one's perfect, although I'm pretty close, not to toot my own horn. We got it wrong. No Lucios on a brawl-centric map. Very interesting. Was Lucio banned?
I don't believe so. I believe I think it's just the one ban, and they banned the Tracer. I wonder if we'll see the Lucio come out on offense.
Low Sunline gets into the
Sunline's so weak. They're able to catch it here.
Oh,
yeah, this is what I mean. Like they gave up. I mean, they won that first fight, kind of, right? But did you really win the first fight if Cart gets to move that far?
Exactly. So I think another problem here is that, I think Kevin Fan Club accidentally into a really good comp because of that Bastion and Orisa that are going to be the Bastion especially could be sitting far away. You need a lot of damage. And that Reaper Sojourn, Ana Kiri, that's a lot of damage that actually can kill the Imperium front line.
Yeah. I mean, we're definitely seeing Imperium lean into the super heavy poke comp, right? You have the Bap Zen, kind of the classic DPS here. Both ults online here. Big Arissa, and a lot of people
Nano
gonna end up putting it.
Auto John Joe close to the overclock. Will they use it? I don't think so. Oh, they will.
We are gonna see it on the off. But shut down by Sunline, finding the better of the real shots there.
I think they popped Nano a little bit too early there. Is it comfy? Is it on comfy for nanoing too early, or is it on Potter John Joe to get the overclock faster?
Yeah, I mean sometimes you say, oh yeah, I'm 2% off, and then all of a sudden you can't seem to
buy it. All
buy
of a sudden, everyone disappears
in the world.
Yeah, that nano, that 8 seconds. It seems like forever when someone pops a nano blade, but it's not as long as you think.
It feels real short when it's on you. A lot of ults from Imperium here. We are going to see the Bastion ult not able to catch anything. Please, Debs.
I think we're looking at a full hold here.
Oh,
Oh, never mind.
the Reaper on the back line!
Tomato redeems himself.
Almeida able to get the flank through Mega Room.
That's a massive ult. That Trank and window was going to make it impossible for Kevin Fan Club to do anything, but they were just able to get the Komeda's able to take down the Zen probably before their finger even hit the Q button.
Yeah, I mean that is a brutal one. That is as a Zen player, yeah, you just get melted and the trance doesn't get a chance to come out. It is a hard one. It is a tough pill to swallow.
You know, a little Overwatch knowledge thing. I'm a stats nerd here. You can't die to a Reaper ult in Trank. Trank does more healing than Reaper ult does damage. Unless, of course, you're being shot at by other things. Window comes out here from DPR.
Push this corner.
They get the ram.
He's gonna catch the ram. Wow, I thought that window would be too far back.
And not and
yep,
big guy
back.
FC holds on to the ult.
You're in the way.
Yeah, we're definitely seeing some weird engages here. Oh my gosh! Wait, look at this Ana. Comfy hiding in the backline here.
Comfy.
Sneaky
Now,
Ana position. Wait, but Frost doesn't know. Does Frost know?
Is Frost about to get slimed out?
Are we about to see the Ana nade here?
No,
oh,
Comfy,
Frost,
don't do it.
Careful.
Don't do it, Comfy. They can hear you. No,
Wait.
No.
He's sending the tracers out. Frost knows. The call has been made, but it's too late. The tank is already here, but now the backline's here.
Oh my God!
How is the Zed gonna get out of here? He's gonna have to pop train.
Crazy. Sunlight pops OC.
Oh, we have the overclock.
No good angles. Shield in his face. What can Sunlight give? Gingerbread falls. When Frost goes down right after the trank ends. What a fight.
Really
wow,
nice shield there from Big Guy, able to shut down most of that overclock, just windowing it off the top. It's really dangerous to drop there. Do you do it to try and get value out of the ult? Do you just fall back on defense? Kind of a paralyzing decision. And it's like, did I take the right one? And they're kind of walking through on second point here. Gonna be kind of a late engage for Imperium. They do have this Orisa ult, gonna be looking for it super early here, catching just the Kiriko, immediately gonna teleport out, not finding anything. The Orisa slipped off, now completely out of the fight.
That's a nanogram. That's
the nanogram goes in the backline.
Oh, falls low though, gets the Bastion. Wow.
And that's a very nice second point there from Kevin Fan Club. They're rolling into third with a decent time bank.
You know, that's
and look at Imperium, basically no ults anywhere close, no one over 50%. We do have the Reaper ult coming up from Meta here.
You know,
I'll be interested to see at this second point, or this third point, very spread out. I'll be interested to see if they find any value with this ult. There's actually not a lot of safe teleport points here. Everything being
how are
launched.
you going to ensure this Reaper will get value though? Oh, Dragon Master
finding the nade on the Porter John Joe. Komeda forced out there. Their tank backing up. Looking like they want to just keep taking this fight. Not going to overextend here, but does find the nice spear. That's a nice spear from Gingerbread to finish off Komeda. And they're going to catch Frosty there as well. So they keep chasing
through their
spawn.
Frost falls low.
And they decide they've had enough, back off a little bit. A nice fight win there, just able to get a few quick picks, turn it into a bit more. Both teams building up some ult charge, able to get a few online. Oh, but the lamp forced out there. That could be a little dangerous now. Now you have really nothing for this Reaper ult. Unless we're able to get to this trance in time. Early window coming out. Again, Porter John Joe getting found by Dragon Master. Is Dragon Master perhaps...
Komeda dies? No! Now ult's coming online for both teams though. We're getting close to another overclock and another trank on the side of Imperium, along with the Orisa following slowly behind. But I'd argue Kevin Fan Club has the better ultimates here. You know, we have the...
They need to be careful! Oh my gosh.
They need to not stagger.
They cannot die here. They cannot die here. This Ram cannot be here. If he falls, that could be basically game.
There we go.
Get out, grab the Mega. Now we're about to see 16 ult drift here, so tighten your seatbelt.
Lamp comes out. Lambo comes out. Nano Ramatra, what are you supposed to do about this? He's getting melted. No! Goes in a little too deep and caught behind the alive. Komeda dies again.
Yeah, I think we can talk more about this at the end of the round there, but I think they basically overcommitted. I think you need to know that this is probably going to force out the Trank, and you need to know to back up there rather than trying to take this fight.
And
Frosty cut basically in spawn with this Bastion ult. That is a disaster. That was one of their only 2 ults online here. The Reaper ult has to find something.
Sunline.
Oh, but immediately caught out! Sunline with the overclock. A beautiful
Oh my
overclock there to
goodness.
finish off the game, cutting off the one remaining ult, and oh, that feels so bad as Kevin Fan Club. Got 2 ults in the bank there, never got a chance to use either of them on this final fight.
Sunline putting this league on notice. This guy is doing it all right now.
Yeah, absolutely. This guy finding a ton of value on the Sojourn. And also, dude, shout out Dragon Master. I don't know where he's putting these grenades, but managing to find just 2 opening picks there on 3rd point, just lobbing these nades in the back line.
I mean, is it that or is it that disgusting Bastion perk? We can discuss. We can discuss.
All right, yeah. Here's my hot take there. I think when you have such a powerful ult combo, right? Like the Nano Ram ult there, you have to know that that's gonna force the trance, and like the Ram went so deep there. Like he was almost that where you like capture the cart by the time he died. I think you need to know like, hey, we have basically 5 ults online. We know these 2 are going to be able to force it, right? Force out that Trank, then take a second to breathe, get everyone topped back up, then go in with the rest. Because trying to fight through that Trank, 9 times out of 10, if you're trying to dump more resources into it, just probably isn't going to get you there unless you get a really good anti-nade.
Yes.
And here we go, the Lucio coming out here on offense.
The way you're consolidating your forces, I think you're still.
I wish there was a way we could see what kind of perks they had, but I'm assuming the Zenyatta had the Discord perk, and we're seeing a much more traditional brawl comp going on. I don't think we're gonna see the Zarya remain for very long. That's a tough matchup into the Ramatra, especially with the Bap and a Kiri to keep them healthy.
Yeah, Ram just kind of able to hold his hands in front of you when you're trying to build charge. A little difficult. They are going to get this rotation for free. No one watching the stairs. Reaper TPing in with the bubble here.
The Ash is getting isolated. Ash really... Dragon Master!
The lamp of Reapers, it's so deep. That's not going to find anything. They are moving the cart a little bit here. Sunline going to get caught out.
Wow.
Ada getting the revenge there with the Sojourn rail.
So both teams favoring the double hit scan on defense.
Yeah, I think when you have these long angles, you can definitely make it work. Especially Sojourn feels so good on maps like this, where there's a bunch of high grounds that are about 1 slide away from each other. You're just able to reposition and also maintain that advantage so quickly. Really early shield coming out here.
And it makes sense. With Frost being on Lucio now, you're definitely going to get a little bit more value having a flex DPS.
They're to catch the rail. They're trying to bubble it, but they're doing a really good job of basically just waiting it out and then immediately punishing right after.
And now I think you bite the bullet here. You lose that 50% grab charge, but I don't think we stay on Zarya here.
Gingerbread is very high charge. They're probably going to give this at least 1 more. Gingerbread at about 80 charge right now. See if they're able to just kind of.
They're going to try the other lane here. How are they going to move?
Make them drop. The Ram does bite a little bit, but Ram pretty hard to
not catch a break. Frost catching every Ram slow in the game, it seems like.
Yeah, this is so hard because what do you do? Like, how do you force this Ram out? They're gonna try and just walk onto the lamp.
Zuzu comes out.
The window up
Big
top.
window comes out.
Such a hard area to kind of.
Joe gets the pick on the Dragon Master.
I mean, like, yeah, they have that part of the map locked down, but unfortunately they forgot the cart. They're gonna have to come back in and fight this. And they just have such a strong high ground advantage here. The Sojourn ult has to.
OC comes out.
They're gonna pop it first, actually, see if they can find anything. Imperium just doing the wise thing, just kind of disengaging from this. Kameda getting a little greedy here, getting real close to Gingerbread, trying to find something off that overclock. That is gonna force out Bell and Immo. Kitsune brought in to try and get their ramp up.
And the Bastion just tanks it all.
I feel like that was a really unforced error there from Kevin Fan Club. Like, they had that high ground control, and I feel like they just, especially that overclock, they were just trying to find that 1 kill with it. They got a little greedy sliding in, and then the team just kind of fell apart. They were doing a really nice job maintaining this high ground advantage, just having the Ram drop. He's so hard to force off that cart.
Now,
but now they're going to be fighting
think this is going to be tough. You're fighting against double hit scan, and they have a Bob and a Ramble. That's going to be really hard to kill, even with grab.
Yeah, this is going to be tough. And only a minute remaining. If you can split those up over 2 fights, this is going to be a really tough one to cap. Early Kitsune here. Just gonna
hold the arms.
Pop that, hold it. The grab finds one, but a good ammo is gonna keep him up.
The Ram holds his arms, and he's gonna die to the Bob. Maybe Bob goes down.
Neither team finding anything there. Gingerbread trying to engage here. They use the Lucio speed, but now Lucio kind of in an awkward spot. He's gonna look to try and go on this backline. He's in on the Kiri, gonna force out Suzu. But does Frost able to get
The
out?
Ram is getting shredded. His shift runs out just in time.
Lucio doing a
And
really good
Sunline
job there, just kind of
gets it done.
engaging on the Kiri. Even if you don't find the kill, takes a bit of that healing resource away from the Ram when you know he's pretty deep. And they are going to get that first point cap. They're trying to chase down these kills. They do have the Lucio speed, and this Zarya is so charged up right now.
You know, this is one of the things you can't give the Zarya charge, but it's hard not to. You're running Sojourn with the Ram, those stringed out projectiles, you know, you can accidentally give charge very easily.
Zarya player, you're just salivating when you see that high rail. You know those Sojourn players don't like to hold on to it for too long. Just stand in front of them, they'll let it go eventually.
Very early
Window,
It's not
I
really in
think,
front of
accidentally
anyone.
going a little far there. Zarya still has a lot of charge, but no bubbles available now. Kameda with the overclock, they have to find something here, but again, Imperium
think
just doing a really nice job disengaging.
You know, they're getting the cart push, why fight it?
Yeah, now we're clashing in this choke. Not a lot of ults available for either team's both close to the
I think Frost
Kitsune
needs to
though.
get this Kitsune off right
Sunline
now.
on this off angle, a little dangerous. He's gonna get caught out though. Kameda and Portageon Joe do a great job cutting that off.
Everyone's low. Portageon Cho goes down.
They have the
Kameda.
Kitsune up. It's a 3v.
Frost is so low, but he's able to get
Big
out.
guy FC, a
Lamp
really
goes
nice
up.
lamp there from Comfy, able to keep him alive and in the fight. And now Kiri's back.
Oh, and he goes down. He gets a little greedy, walking forward. How is Frost alive?
Look at this Ram
He's
sustain.
escaped
They
the
have to
backline.
focus the Kiri. They are able to get it. And they have a ton of ults here rolling into third.
Frost, out of all the things Frost has survived, a Sojourn Orb takes him down.
But look at the ults here. Imperium gonna have everything online, and they don't have to get it far here at all. They basically just need to win one fight off of this corner, and you have everything to do it with. This is gonna be a tough one for Kevin Fanclub to pull in. They need this Ram ult and this window ASAP. Big guy gonna go out there, probably just trying to take some damage. Oh, but the super early grab gonna catch basically
Grab.
everyone.
Big lamp
It
though.
forces out the
They
lamp,
don't
the
break
back
in
gonna
time.
try and finish it
And
off.
they mess up the lamp. They mess up the ult combo.
Oh, this window, it's a little awkward. He's going to be trying to get in that healing. It's a big guy
The
on
Rambo's
point.
online. A lot of sustain gonna come through. Beat goes wide.
Bob able
And
to
the
get on
Bob's gonna
part
come
now
to
as
card.
well.
They get their ults just
Kevin
in
Fan
time
Club
and
able to
force
stabilize.
everything out of Imperium.
Yeah, they're going to force the back. Yeah, that was 5 ults for Imperium, and they're not able to take this fight.
Wow, that could be the shift.
I mean, this is still a big time bank for them, but yeah, you really wanted to capitalize on it there.
I don't think they're gonna have time to maybe they get another ult fight, but they're gonna have to get a lot of damage through here.
Yeah, Gingerbread just trying to walk
Frost
past
on the
big
roll
guy,
up.
but going to be caught out.
Fury.
A nice Suzu able
Coming
to keep him
Frost,
alive
no.
for a second. Gonna fall.
Wow, 2 traded out. Kevin Fan Club up a tank though. And there's just no chance they kill this guy
Both
with the
teams just
Baptiste
looking
online.
stabilized here, as long as they don't lose any more. Kameda getting really low, but not quite
Gingerbread
falling.
swaps for the Malga.
Yeah, this is such a tough point for that Zarya,
Yeah.
I feel. I mean, like, you're
Once
just
they
not
lost
really
the
able to
charge.
force the issue.
DPR on a flank here. Going over the
DPR
wall.
getting some Suzes over the wall. Sunline with a full charged rail, not going to find anything with it. But does force
And
out the
Malga
lamp.
stomps in.
Kameda with the overclock, see if they're able to do anything. Not disengaging this
The
time,
Ram.
they're looking
They
for
need
it.
to heal their Ram. They need to
Ram
heal the
falling
Ram.
very weak. The window just online in time, they're able to keep this Ram up. The window in a bit of an
That's
awkward
gonna be the
spot.
map.
Fashionable,
That's gotta be it.
not going to
Yep,
find anything.
that will be it.
Yeah, losing your
The
Ram's going
supports
to
are
make
on
this
the
really
point,
tough.
but I don't think there's anything they can do. And Imperium take map 2.
A little rough there. I'm guessing they really wish they would have won on that ult fight. I think they had the ults to do it. It was a really nice grab. The Bastional a little late to combo, but you also knew the window was going to be there. And I felt like they had the position to do it. They just weren't quite able to capitalize on it. Yeah, nice big Ram ult here. Punching everyone
I just
down.
don't think that. I think they had the right character on Kevin Fan Club to, you know, sustain on that point. But I think the support's attention got caught a little bit of astray as Kameda took maybe just a little bit too much damage during the overclock.
Yeah, I mean, you have that strong position, but you're also about a pick away from losing it. So it's a weird balance game of making sure you're applying pressure in the choke, but also you can't lose anyone because you really don't want to fight this 4v5. But I think
Another
they
thing.
did a nice job. I mean, like credit to them for surviving that ult fight, right? That five ults coming in, you don't have a ton to work with. Yeah, it's kind of a basic lamp, right? Yeah, you lamp the people in the grab, but you do a good job keeping it out of sight. It keeps everyone alive, and you're able to stabilize after being at such a huge ult disadvantage.
Yeah, a couple of just little micro mistakes. When you know, Gingerbread didn't wait to get, they were zero charge essentially when they launched that grab, and the rest of the team wasn't there to help follow up, and they struggled to break the lamp. But I think that map could have easily gone the other way. Just a little bit of tiny mistakes can cost you a map like that.
Oh yeah, I mean, once again, very close map, right? That came down to I think less than a minute. Both teams seeming very, very, very evenly matched. I think a lot of it is just like getting the value out of the ults. Like I think Imperium did an amazing job there of just kiting. Like every time Kameda popped the overclock, they weren't really in a position to like force value out of it. And Imperium just saying, all right, like we can chill for 8 seconds. Like there's no reason we have to engage in this overclock. Just head out, let him waste his ult. And best case scenario, he slides in, tries to get a little greedy, and we're able to punish. But no reason to force the issue while he has it up.
Actually, I want to see him. I want to see the Kevin fan club take a map here. They're so close. They just have to, as you said, minimize these unforced errors, and they'll be on. And I think they'll be able to get a map here.
Let's see what the map pool is looking like for this next one here. Looks like we are going. Where was I looking at that map? Cool. Looks like we're going to Flashpoint next. Interesting. Do you feel like there's a sort of a strong comp difference on any of the Flashpoints, or do you feel like they play relatively similar?
I mean, I think the difference is, New Junk City isn't a ball map. And then other than that, you can kind of play what you want. I think you can play dive, you can play brawl. Maybe it's a little hard to get those like longer range. You definitely want a Tracer, Genji, or something going on those Flashpoint maps. But I really think that you can do a lot of things well on Flashpoint. And this map is going to be, I think, the bans are going to be important here. You got to get this ban right, especially if you're Kevin fan club, to keep you in this match.
Agreed. I think Flashpoint's interesting because the maps do play. I would say they almost play more uniquely point to point within their own map than they do from each other. Like a lot of the Flashpoint maps, it feels like, yeah, you got the bit more pokey one here, you got the tighter one here, you got the one with the chokes here, but they all kind of have a very similar lineup. So I'm always interested to see if teams have a strong preference. Honestly, my strong preference is I think New Junk City is ugly. So
I don't like that map.
Other maps. Because I don't
I am not a
like
fan.
looking at the big brown goop. But to be honest, I think you can't go wrong with any of the picks here.
Well, I'd have to agree. I think you just have to, if you're not a brawl team, you need to avoid New Junk City. But another thing you got to remember, not a lot of teams practice New Junk City because a lot of people just assume you're going to pick Saravasa.
And it's looking like, did we end up picking Saravasa?
Yeah, it looks like we're going to Saravasa.
Even Mighty calling it out. Saravasa, I can't lie, especially after they did the Passover a season or two ago. It is one of my favorite maps now. It's so pretty. I absolutely love the colors and all the points. I think they're all like fantastically done, and it's probably my favorite Flashpoint.
So a lot of excitement going on in the match chat over the Saravasa pick. What do you think is a wise thing for the Kevin fan club to ban? You can't ban Lucio.
Interesting. Yeah,
you can't ban Tracer.
No repeat bans, right? So
no repeat bans. Well, okay, so both teams have an opportunity to ban the same hero. One team can't ban the same hero twice in one match.
Sure. And I think Kevin Fan Club has banned the hero both times, right?
The Kiri ban.
Kiri ban is interesting. I mean, obviously going to impact the match. I think we've seen Kiri on basically every comp we've seen so far.
I'm disgusted by it. This character is stupid.
This character, yeah, Suzu.
I think, but I think we saw a lot of BAP coming out from Kevin Fan Club, so maybe they're just confident that they can make it work, and they're betting on Imperium's backline being a little bit more vulnerable.
Yeah,
The question is,
honestly like
can
the
you
Kiri
get to
ban.
that backline?
Especially, I feel like the Kiri ban also works as sort of half a Junker Queen ban. I feel like she works really, really well with Kiri, someone who's able to keep up with that quick pace. The Suzu's really nice because Anti's kind of a death sentence on Queen as well. And like the Kiri ban makes me a little bit more hesitant to play a Queen comp, or at the very least you need to I think consider and maybe rework the backline a little bit without the Kiri.
I think they're gonna roll it on Queen anyway. But I think
hey man, yeah, you like the Queen, you force the Queen. So
yeah. But I think the Kevin Fan Club can, if you recall, OWCS Stockholm in 2024, the Mauga was pretty good at shutting down the Junker Queen. That Cage can cancel Junker Queen ult, which can be detrimental to your team if it gets off.
oh, and the
Especially
Cass
without
ban
Kiri.
coming out.
So maybe they just don't, I'm not sure what the Cass ban does here. Maybe they're
if I
enabling
had to guess,
Sunline.
I think the Cass ban is a pro Tracer ban. I think they know they
Yeah.
want Sunline back on this Tracer if they're going to play this Queen comp, and just sort of shutting down a character they don't use a lot and someone that can be difficult for Tracer to deal with. If I had to guess, that's kind of the reasoning they're going with there.
I agree. From what we saw from Sunline on Samoa, I would also want Sunline on Tracer.
Yeah, Tracer very effective on these fast maps. The Suravasa definitely one you want to consider Tracer on.
So what do you think Frost is going to come out on, given that Kiriko's banned and banned by Frost's own team banned Kiri? So what do you think they're going to come out on?
Interesting. So I could see sort of a double. You could run the double speed comp, right? You could do the Juno with the Lucio if you want. It's a little low healing, but man, you're going to get there fast. I mean, probably the most direct replacement would probably be something like a BAP, but man, it is so much more awkward to get Emo to work than something like Suzu.
Yeah.
I mean, you could say that about just about any ability, to be fair.
That's just a disgusting ability that Suzu is.
I'll be very interested to see what they end up coming. You could also do something like the Moira. I think fills a similar role if you feel like you don't need that. The Wu. Okay. Now this is. Oh, they switched their tank.
Whoa.
They got Dracula tank now, so I guess we're not seeing the Queen.
I'm loving this. I want this. I want Imperium. I want to see Imperium make this work, but I want to keep casting. So let's get Kevin Fan Club a win here.
Yeah, so I think that also gives us additional context to that Cass ban, right? Yeah, it protects your Tracer, but also protects your Doom.
And the Vendetta.
Oh yeah, I mean this team, you're basically, you're just kind of all going in there, right? Like everyone on your team is kind of able to get in there. Your Wu Yang's kind of peppering from the back a little bit. I'm really interested to see how Kevin Fan Club sort of adapts to this comp. They do have, they're running this very tanky comp. They have two very close DPS. This Ryan's so weak already. Are they able to stabilize here? No, Dracula is going to find this kill on Ryan.
They need to swap right now. Ana's not
I
going
thought
to work
for a second they were going to be able to stabilize that.
Dragon Master gets 2 before dying.
Dragon Master, yeah.
Wait, no wait.
I mean, already 60% to their ult.
Wow. So much damage from that character.
Yeah, I'll be interested to see if we see Vendetta bans from either side at any point in this match. In these coming games. Dracula just engaging with the punch here, trying to get his empowered up. Is falling very, very weak. This Vendetta in trouble.
Wow!
They are able to get her out super earlier there. Dracula also in trouble.
Potter John Joe,
Vendetta getting a little weak.
Frost is in trouble. Sunline's able to get the brig. Oh, wow. Sunline tries to die on point, but isn't even able to get there.
Yeah, these Vendettas, I feel like, basically running the lobby at the moment.
If you're able to go quick with that Vendetta, I think it's impossible to avoid trades. That Brig or the Ana is going to go down at any given point. They just got so much mobility on the enemy team.
Yeah, Vendetta, basically like Overwatch 1 Doom. If Vendetta decides she's using all her cooldowns on you, good luck. Gonna try and catch this Tracer out. Sunline able to get the Mega, gonna be forced to recall here though.
Imperium has to collapse on one of the angles.
Yeah, look at Imperium positioning here. They're taking these off angles. Kevin Fan Club now in trouble. They're getting attacked from every single angle here.
Sunline
And a
gets
nice
2.
ult bomb. Soul9 taking out the entire backline by themselves.
Oh, big trades coming through
And
though.
Fan Club able to
Potter
get
John
2
Joe,
here,
ult's online.
able to get 3. The Vendetta mid trying to turn this fight all by himself.
The Orisa just doesn't.
The Orisa, wait, oh my god! What a play! Oh my god,
turn
I
by
can't
Big Guy
believe that.
FC.
I cannot believe that. Oh my god, what a play. I mean, off the back
How
of Porter John
disgusting is
Joe,
Orisa?
it's gonna be close to touch here, right? This Tracer basically has to throw herself on point, immediately executed. Frost trying desperately to get this touch as well, but not gonna find very much.
I'm
Oh
gonna
my
get a text from the
gosh.
people I live with for yelling, but oh my god, that was insane.
What a turn there from Kevin Fan Club. I mean, Porter John Joe not giving up on the fight, able to find 2 kills. They both stagger back to this Orisa. They're so weak, just ripping that ult immediately, knowing you're going to be able to find both those kills. So well played by them.
You're just so tanky with the Orisa and the Vendetta.
Oh, I hate
and then
Kevin Fan Club not taking this high ground, though. I feel like that's really going to cost them. You do not want to let this Wu Yang get set up there, but Kameda just finds the flank, able to get that Wu Yang before it's an
John
issue.
Joe doing tons of damage, has the ult online, gets another. Oh my god, he's doing everything.
Yeah, it feels like Vendetta got a stealth buff while I wasn't looking. This character is looking just absolutely invincible in these lobbies.
Replenishment.
It's a bunch of ults available for Kevin Fan Club. The only thing they don't have is the Orisa ult they used to clutch up last point.
Now, do you think Imperium is like maybe what they should have learned from their mistakes of the first map? They don't have the damage to kill a Vendetta and an Orisa.
Yeah, it's
Especially
definitely
with an
you
Ana
gotta
keeping
be able to
everyone
get
healthy.
onto this Ana, right? You need to be able to work around. I think that's what they're trying to do. Sunline on this top angle, looking to go in on this
Oh,
Ana, but
big
doesn't have the
sweep.
brick protecting him. Comfy, very weak though. They're able to get it
Wow.
super fast.
Big turn
The
though.
DPS ult's coming
Big
out.
turn.
Oh,
And the-
DPR
I
popping that
think that's a
Wu Yang ult.
mistake. Bolt,
but
the
not able to
portals
get
come
on
out.
anything.
Is Imperium panicking?
Even you cannot mend.
Are they swapping characters? That was a big mistake if they're not.
Now losing both support ults there for nothing is, oh man, that's really gonna hurt. Kevin Fan Club off to an amazing start here. I mean, this is
Seems
gonna
like
be,
some swaps could be happening. They're
yeah,
thinking
looking
about
like they're
it.
thinking it over. But if they want to get a fight here, they kind of have to go now.
The rally
Porter John
and the
Joe
nano
set
online,
up
along with
right where they're
another
walking in.
Orisa ult.
See where this nano goes.
Potter John Joe
Sunline not gonna
opening
find
pick
anything
again.
with that. Still
Comfy
trying to
falls
poke
low.
out Comfy.
The brick's able to keep him alive. Kameda gets another pick. You gotta keep
Yeah.
her. Wow, I don't know about this nano.
Frost doing a good job keeping his
Nice
Ana
work.
up there. You know, rewarded with the nano boost. But yeah,
I don't think
mean,
the
they're-
Ana's the solution
Sunline, I
here.
think,
There's
is
just
doing
no
his
damage
job.
to kill their... There's just not enough damage. And you know,
Yeah,
if we could get a
it's so
stats
hard to get
check,
his
I
nano.
wonder.
Swap over.
I wonder if there's enough damage coming through.
Now.
Yeah, I think the Sojourn, you have to have a hit scan of some sort of primary source of damage to poke down some of that Vendetta HP, make it harder to walk up. It's just, Potter John Joe is just walking through the enemy team with the Orisa. Now they're losing out on a lot of ult economy though with these swaps.
Yeah, sometimes too little too late. It's not like they can wait till next point. Frost getting really deep here with the Prig ult. Gonna fall very
Potter John
fast.
Joe gets 2 with the swing. This character is unreal.
I mean, Big Guy doing the work there. You are not forgotten. Getting a nice Orisa ult, and then Porter John Joe coming in and cleaning up the heads. I mean, this has just absolutely been the story of the match. Porter John Joe just able to do so much.
You know, more of my players that should be scrimming right now in the chat, but we'd love to see the support.
Railgun powered and ready to fire.
Slide in from Sunline. He's a little isolated here. Will the words to walk?
Looking to get this off-angle poke. Big Guy is not the person you want taking care of this, though. Tank is kind of out of the fight.
Dragon
And
Master
then
gets the
finding
kill.
Frost early.
Oh,
Porter
there
John
we go.
Joe
Big Guy
falling
actually gets
as
the
well.
string, though. Kameda! Big Reaper ult. This guy has figured out his Reaper ults. After a questionable Samoa, he has been huge ever since with the Reaper ults.
Yeah, I think that was a really good opportunity for them there, right? I think Big Guy SC should not be the one checking this Sojourn off angle. They had the chance to kind of walk in there. They weren't able to capitalize on it, and now, I mean, this is looking
You know,
like last
Nana Vendetta ult here.
very little
Maybe
to
a
work
Nano
with.
Vendetta could make this map impossible. Dragon Master
Frost
gets an early pick on the Frost.
instantly. Porter John Joe trading it out with the
Oh,
backline.
wow.
My
Potter
gosh,
John
Porter
Joe
John Joe
is good for it.
just everywhere. Has the Vendetta ult. Looking to try and turn this. They do have both DPS here on point. Another Hera Orisa ult coming out here. It's just the DPS 1v1 now versus this Orisa. Will Kameda be able to clutch it up? Trying to get that lifesteal. Oh, Dracula's weak.
That's so tough.
Able to get
Dracula
that.
is so weak.
And Imperium
get
is
healed up by the
still in
Lucio.
this game.
You know, Beat and Sojourn ult online, and they did use the Vendetta ult, so they cannot cut through that overhealth anymore. But a Nano boost onto maybe a Reaper or an Orisa? No, I think you Nano your Vendetta. This guy's been on fire.
Vendetta in over the
Vendetta
top.
over
Now
the top.
Furkan Joe going on this back line.
When is this Beat gonna come out?
As the Nano
Oh,
as well.
perfect
Beat
time
now.
Beat from Frost.
Oh, a double boom! What a boom by Frost!
And the
Oh
Nano
my
came
god.
out. This
Absolute
fight is not over.
there, but it's not quite over yet. They still have the Ana and the Reaper here, but this Ana's in
gotta
such
go
a
get
good
on that
position.
Ana.
They have to do something to force this out, or they're not going to be able to get through it. Kameda trying to stay alive and do it
Wow.
here. Both
Gotta kill
Anas
up your
just not
Reaper.
looking at each other, just sort of feeling
Nancy
the
down.
other teammates up. Kameda with the
Big
Reaper
Reaper ult
ult,
from Kameda.
but not able to find
Dragon,
too
not
much.
enough. It's not enough. Big Guy FC gets a kill though.
Wait, this might be turnable. It's just big guy in the 1v2, but still has that full tank health pool. If he's able to find this Ana, it's super winnable. It's him versus Sunline for the point and the win here.
Oh my
And Big Guy's
goodness,
gonna be able
it's
to clutch
going
it
to
up.
go
The
to
Doom just
Imperium.
gonna be able to touch though, I think.
No, he
No,
won't.
doing a good job blasting him back. He wasn't quite able to get there.
What an
And that was a
unbelievable
nice
map
win.
from Kevin Fan Club.
What a
Potter
win there
John,
from Kevin
Potter
Fan
John
Club.
Joe looked unstoppable on the Vendetta. That has to be a Vendetta ban coming next. It doesn't seem like, you know, Dragon Master for all his
Dragon
skills.
Master
It seems
sneaking
like
in the play of the game here.
Potter
Yeah,
John
this
Joe.
was this first fight where they got the better of him. Just able to catch that Rhine super early with the Vendetta. But as soon as
And
the
if
Ori swap
anyone-
was made, yeah, it was Kevin Fan Club all the way.
Yeah, if anyone had any doubts about how much impact Vendetta would play going into the first part of this tournament, those doubts are squashed immediately. Vendetta has played such a big role, particularly for Kevin Fan Club, because I think they got themselves a pretty good Vendetta player. But oh my goodness, the Ana, the Orisa, you know, just something that can tank in the front line with the Vendetta to take away some of that focus fire. That was just a masterclass, I think. You know, a 3-0 sweep. Could that be a little bit of momentum for Kevin Fan Club? Maybe get them back in this game.
I mean, yeah, to be honest, losing those close maps is sometimes even worse than getting stomped, right? You're so close, but you can't quite get it. And oh yeah, I'm watching the replay back, and
Yeah.
man, that boop from Frost was so good. What a
just-
nice move there. But yeah, those close maps, oh, it's so heartbreaking to lose them when you know you're right there. But yeah, decisive win, able to get that momentum back a little bit. We'll see if they're able to carry this into the future rounds.
I agree. It was just such a great map
Going
from
to-
Kevin.
and-
That's what you need. After losing two pretty close maps, you needed to get yours, and they got it in dominant fashion.
And now here, I think it gets really interesting, right? So we're going on hybrid. Our choices: Blizzard World, Nambani, Pariso. Very different from anything we've seen so far. We've basically seen Brawl dominate the tournament. If you go to something like Nambani and you try to run a Brawl comp, you're probably in for a bad time. It can work, but it's going to be so much more difficult. It'll be interesting to see kind of how both teams adapt to playing potentially different comps versus what they've been comfortable on for the first 3 maps.
You know, if we go to a map like Havana, I think that'd be smart from Imperium, given that they won the double hit scan duel on Shambali earlier. And thank you,
Unfortunately, we picked because
Mighty
that's a
Owl.
sport map.
Oh,
But I agree.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
like Pariso,
Yeah.
you could whip out the double hit scan and kind of maintain those long angles if you feel confident in your DPS's ability to do so. Even like Nambani, I think the double hit scan can work if you're able to poke them out before they're able to set up good dives. They are going to go to the Pariso.
and I'd like to thank Mighty Owl for pointing out the obvious. We should just be calling Kevin Fan Club KFC. Mhm.
Oh man.
So,
Oh, man.
so Tom, as our resident high rank player here, how do you think the Pariso pick is going to affect this game?
I will tell you that since map voting has been in, I think I've played on Pariso maybe once.
Same. I don't think I've played it a single time in ranked.
I can definitely tell you this is not a fan favorite. To be honest, if I'm looking at the hybrid map pool to pick from here, and I'm seeing Numbani and Pariso, oh boy, am I picking Blizzard World.
Wow, Frost. So, Frost seems to be the captain here for Imperium. Are you familiar with our rules with the? Because I don't know them. Do you know the rules around roster locking? Because they've swapped out Dracula, who seemed to be in to play the Doomfist, and then that plan went south. I don't know, like when does roster lock happen? Before or after bans?
I believe
that's-
it's after. I would have to check the rule book. As far as I know, there's no like. I think you can kind of do roster changes whenever. I don't know that there's a specific time frame. Let me see if I can find it.
So Gingerbread is back in, but Dragon Master is going to get subbed out for Dracula. Whoa. Unexpected, unforeseen things.
Bands. Yeah, looks
So
like.
we get some.
As
We've got
far
some
as I can
Frost
tell,
Love
I
in the
don't
chat.
think there's any sort of cap on when you can move players in and out of the roster.
So they made
I think
Ana.
I think you're free to hear the map and the bands.
So those anti-nades must have been annoying. Must have been annoying for Imperium.
I mean, when have you faced
Especially
a
with no
non
Kiri. Yeah, especially when you're, it's tough. It's tough. You don't have the Kiriko. You don't have those things that can help sustain through the anti-nade. And there's a good Ana player on KFC.
Yeah, I think especially on a map like Pariso, right? Ana's love to just kind of sit on the back high ground, keep everyone healthy so far out of reach from everyone else. I think it's good to put a ban. I mean, it's so hard, right? Because like, I'm like, yeah, I don't have to go against Ana, but oh man, I can't play Ana. So I think you got to work with what your team knows. Maybe they know like their team is gonna favor the Ana a bit more than ours, and that's why we're looking for the ban.
Now, but there is a Bastion ban from KFC here. And are we going to see some Winston Overwatch?
I think
we did scout that one of their tank players
we
plays
see
some
the
Winston.
Overwatch here. Pariso, I think, is pretty much always a Diva or Winston map for me. It's just it's so hard to close the gap on the first kind of point area without being a tank with
and the
high mobility like that.
The high grounds are lethal. But the Ana ban in response from Imperium, I think it could be pretty smart then. If the other team might be angling to play Winston, taking away that Ana pick, that's a pretty smart move.
Yeah, forces them probably onto the Kiri. I mean, Kiri obviously still good with Winston, but has to get a bit more into the action to be able to keep him alive, right? It gives you more opportunities to be able to take her out rather than hoping that you're able to capitalize on something on that back. Like you kind of have to send a DPS and really deep to pester that Ana otherwise. So yeah, Kiri's still a good pairing, but definitely impacts the dynamics of how Winston is able to go and sort of what setup you need pre-fight.
So going into this, as this map starts, some of that pain is mitigated as a Kiriko player once you're able to get those faster paper.
Yes, definitely
perk.
with Winston, I really like the critical the critical allies. And I will say, as much as I hate this playing this map, I did miss the intro music. I love it is quite a jam.
Yes.
I love hearing the intro music for this map. It's definitely one of the good ones.
What's funny is that I've played without music for so long, so I don't even know what it sounded like.
I will say like a number of my teammates on like comp teams and stuff have said they played without music. Man, I just love the Overwatch music so much. Like, how do I know how to get hyped during overtime? I gotta have that overtime music pounding in my ears.
So
these are some interesting comps coming out here.
Unexpected ones for sure. But again, they've let Potter John Joe stay on the Vendetta. So I guess the question will be, is this now, okay, the Vendetta is working, we're just going to keep playing it? Or do they know the Vendetta, they can make Vendetta work on this map? And Sunline going onto the Freya. First time we've seen her this match.
And hopefully the last. I hate that stupid character.
That is my best DPS.
I'm
I'm a support player. I'm a
Freya-
support player.
Ugh, it's a rough one. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see how Powder Joe makes this work. He kind of just has to stay in this choke, right? As soon as they get through this choke, the team is going to be so spread out, it's going to be hard to find much on the Vendetta here. So he needs to play up kind of with his Orisa here, which forces their healers to also kind of play this long angle. We'll see how they're able to control it, but they're... Imperium's kind of already in here. They're doing a really good job taking this high ground. The Mauga charging in so deep here.
Oh, Miss Suzu
Coming out, he's kind
gonna
of
be able to
here.
live. Potter John Joe gets some kind of Dracula. This guy.
Yeah, Powder Gun Joe, the Kiri had to teleport in to
Oh
try and
my
help their
goodness.
Mauga, and now he's in Vendetta range.
You know, they might be named
Never
the
a
Kevin
good
fan
recipe.
club, but I'm a Potter John Joe fan. This guy's doing it all in the Vendetta. And that Ash, you need your Freya to land some of these bolts.
The
and
Mauga
mitigate
in
the
a
angle
rough
of
spot here. You're not going to be able to get out of that one. Maybe got a little deep with the charge there. And that's going to force a reset out for Imperium.
Now, do you think some impatience is setting in for Imperium? That was a very, very aggressive play. And, you know, after you go up 2-0, then you get 3-0'd on Flashpoint. Could there be some mental games going on here?
I think this is also a map where you need a lot of setup, right? Your supports have to be in the right spot before you can truly start engaging on that. And if you try to go fast, you're going to get into trouble. You're going
Long
for like
rotation
a
here.
full rotate here.
Really
The
long.
Mauga
Sunline is 1
really
HP, though. Sunline lives, though.
Potter John
Joe is
Joe
really
also
low.
weak.
Oh, he's really
Vendetta
greedy
taken out there, not available. But the Mauga,
But you're
I'm
gonna
not
spin
really
it
sure
out.
what we're doing on this flank.
Potter John Joe, you know, maybe he fed, maybe he was a distraction, but whatever it was, worked. Dracula falls 2, Kameda gets a second.
I mean, yeah, I'm not really sure what they were looking to do with the Mauga full flank. I mean, they were able to open up a lot of space for their team, but if they're not able to get back and sort of reset and go in with their team in the end, it doesn't really matter. As soon as he was down, they just lost kind of their main driving force to be able to get onto the point.
You know, how do you get the rotation with Mauga going here? I really think Diva or something. Like, there's just not enough mobility to get onto this backline. There's
Yeah, I
too
guess
much
they're trying to
movement.
go up the stairs. Potter John Joe spots a support out alone, but he's gonna
Sunline
just
low
immediately
too.
catch them.
They're all low. Sunline
This
gets hit
rotation
before
without
dying.
speed is so hard, but I will say, Imperium is now in here. They're able to chase off the backline.
But Big Guy FC coming back. Misses the spear. Kiriko stranded.
Both
Kiriko gets
kind
out.
of awkwardly vying for point here. Both support ults
Is your
coming
Orisa
out.
ult? Mauga won.
Glory ults.
Wow, wow, wow. Now a
Big
big
ult
ult
commitment
advantage
there.
here. You're coming up on 4 ults if you're as Imperium, but you know that Vendetta ult, it could wipe out 2 people before you know what
Not
hits you, and
bad.
then the Bob can stall out point, let your team
I
get
will also
healthy.
say some of these ults hard to use on this, right?
Yes.
To use Cage, you have to get there. To use Venture ult, you have to be kind of on the same or above elevation as them. To use this Wu Yang ult, you also need to be able to get there. So they have a lot of ults, but it's going to be difficult to use them effectively unless they really do this rotation correctly. They have to get in the right spot. Porter John Joe getting a little weak here. Caught out. The Venture does a good job drilling them into the room, and they're able to get that finish.
And there it goes. Oh, I don't know about this, Bob. You're down 2. Frost gets a pick though.
Young Bobbert is getting thrown down onto the point, gonna do his best, but is gonna fall. It's looking like Imperium is gonna be able to get this point. They'd love to get one more support kill to make sure that there's no re-entry here. Porter John Joe might be able to touch. The support's gonna have to drop from the top. They're not gonna quite get there in time. And now they're gonna be forced to back off. You do not want to get picked here. The
Cage
Cage
is
is gonna catch
early.
Porter John Joe. They
They're
decide to just
trying-
try and
Red's
take the
melting in the
fight.
cage.
And they do!
Coming Frost goes
Both
down
teams
2.
trading out kills. Porter John Joe's so weak here.
Sunline is
They have no
saved with light.
supports available to heal them up, though.
I'd say that was worth it. They're gonna get so much card progress, and Gingerbread is already back.
Yeah, I think also, like,
And Kameda's gonna get staggered. Oh no, this is
a
brutal.
disastrous stagger if they catch them here. They are able to get back to the team. But yeah, avoiding this first part of Streets phase here is super big. This is one of the most oppressive places for the high ground to come into play. Being able to get it through it so smoothly is a big win for Imperium. They
And they
still have
hold
a
on
lot
to a
of
lot of their
ult build,
ults. Oh, and the Venture barely gets out. Scouted early by Potter John Joe.
Mauga jumping across, holy aura.
Potter John Joe, can he get a kill? No.
Not gonna find anything with
Vendetta
that.
ult
The
missed.
Venture ult coming out, but everyone backing from it. Gonna look to chase down these kills.
Comfy
but
gets
caught
Dracula.
earlier by Comfy.
Potter's on Joe, always good for his one.
This has been a very, very scrappy fight here. I mean, both teams
They've
just
got
kind of
right
losing
back
people
into
one at
it.
a time. So Stragglers coming back in. See if Kevin Fan Club's able to establish it here. A nice Orisa ult, gonna force the Suzu.
Suzu, no!
Doing a lot of damage under Gingerbread, but not able to find that kill. And Bob pushing in the cart like the great teammate he is.
Some say that's the best player in Overwatch.
If I could have 5
Big
Bobs
Suzu.
on my team, I would. And that includes me off the team.
Wow,
Right.
so great recovery on second point from Imperium.
And yeah,
They're
if you
able to
told
get
me
right
at the end
back
of
in
first
here.
that they were going to use a time bank going into third, I'd be very surprised.
Now, the Imperium comp does work a lot better.
Yeah,
this
you
third
don't
point.
have these super long range builds here. Porter John Joe trying to find something here, but the team doing a better job of kind of sticking together, minimizing the impact. The Wu Yang ult's gonna come in, gonna get the stun and the finish onto the Kiriko there. And that's gonna make it a little bit tough, but they need to stop cart progress for this to mean anything, right? The Ori comes now, dueling with the Mauga on cart here.
Cross gets a pick on the Potter John.
Are gonna be able to
Wow,
get that.
wow.
Yeah, I think Imperium kind of overchased there. They got the pick, but then going all the way back to the spawn, they were trying to get a bit more. Now the Mauga very deep, gets his kill, but needs to make sure he's a little careful here.
A little
Comfy's
bit more
so weak,
patience
Mauga looking to get the finish. He's gonna be
A little
forced
bit more
out here.
patience
Be
exercise
careful.
here from Gingerbread. You know, they're showing that restraint to not go and feed. Wow. They're just, yeah, and they stagger out all at third point. They only get one good fight. Unless they can get, oh, big stall by the Bob, though. That Bob could be the difference here. Still,
Kevin Fan Club able to take a breath now. The Wu Yang ult. Oh no, he didn't know the map! He tried to go through a walkway that doesn't exist! The Wu Yang ult wasted there.
Oh
Ori ult
no!
Stage is a little
Ult.
scary.
The Mauga's won!
All the damage
They're
there,
not
but
able to keep
not
him up,
enough.
and they finish the kill into DPR.
Got a touch here. Oh my gosh, they were barely gonna touch it before
Dracula's
the end.
won.
But it might be too little too late here.
What a recovery map from Imperium. Now that is hard to do mentally as Kevin Fan Club here. You know, you almost win the map on the first point, and then you kind of stagger out, and you only get, you know, I'd say 2 good fights between the last 2 points of the map. You know, that's not good. And those 2 good fights weren't even, you know, I say good in the sense that they were able to get an actual team fight, but they weren't able to force out the ults in time, and Imperium just held a massive ult advantage the entirety of the map after first point.
Yeah, it's especially when they have that Vendetta who likes to go in, you know, get stuff moving in the backline. Like, you really can't do that without a team fight happening, right? Like, Tracer can kind of poke pre-fight, but like Vendetta has to commit to really get anything done. And when you're not actually having fights, it's so difficult to really do much on the Vendetta. And that was kind of like their comp's main bread and butter there, right? Was on first point, the Vendetta was doing a good job kind of holding choke like a tank would. And then as soon as they kind of like, they have these very scrappy fights, they were having difficulty getting like a full engage going at once.
Yeah, and we're gonna see a big comp change out of KFC and Imperium. You know, switching over to that Zen poke. If Frost 432 must be very confident in the Zen, or they're really liking the new Zen buff. The Zen buff with the 30% Discord orbs now back, that could make it tough for the Winston.
Definitely. I mean, that looks like they're committing basically into the full poke here. They got the BAP Zen backline. They're playing the Sigma here as well.
It could be easy for the Sigma to get run over by Vendetta, though.
Yeah, Vendetta Winston is very scary to go against as Sigma, though. This Winston immediately going to look to set up a jump from the right side Mega here. And I feel like
from behind.
As a poke comp, you got to be scared here. They're setting up this dive really well. They get the hack onto the Baptiste. He falls immediately to half. The Vendetta looking for kills here. Both supports half, but they immediately shred this Winston.
Wow.
So weak.
Oh, and he dies. Sunline just hitting the shots he needed to. Potter John Joe gets his one as always. But Frost able to finish him off.
If you kind of look at the positioning of the team here, right, they have that Frost on the back high ground. They have a decent spread sort of between everyone, to where if you want to engage on someone, the other half of the core is going to be firing on you. And they did a really good job of just getting those punishes before they lost too many people.
And here comes the Winston.
The Zen is in big trouble here, getting tracked down by both DPS, immediately gonna fall.
Sunline goes down.
The Venture trying to keep it
Wow,
alive.
wow, wow.
As well.
This Winston needs some healing. Can we get some Winston healing? Suzu comes out, but he dies anyway. Are they able to kill the BAP?
Yeah, no tank now, but they do have the numbers advantage.
They do get the BAP.
Just need to finish off the Sigma here. Look at the rock on the Frost. A little scary. Was not meant for there, but you know,
Sigma's alive.
take it. Yeah, the
And they're
Sigma's
gonna be able to
gonna be here.
re-engage
They are
so
definitely
quickly.
gonna touch here. The Winston is not back yet. They need to start touching now. They're gonna send the
Like
Venture
company.
into it all at this
Winston is
point.
back.
Sigma
Hunter
is
Joe
being-
one. Oh my goodness, and they just get a quick cleanup. Lamp must have still been on cooldown. Dracula gets his one. Wow,
Yeah,
wow, wow. A much better first form performance from from Kevin Fan Club than we saw from Imperium. Can they keep the momentum up?
Yeah, Imperium, after I praised their spread out positioning, they got really grouped in that stairway by the time Kevin Fan Club engaged again on that first point, and they were quick to isolate the Zen, finish that off, and from there they were just able to keep rolling through those kills. And like that's the fear of the dive comp, right? You let them get one pick, they catch someone out of rotation early, and it's so hard to shut that down.
You know, now we have a massive ult advantage
EMP
from
possibly
DFT.
coming in right here, definitely hunting for it. It's
Oh my
big,
goodness, it's
catching
one.
two. The two
No,
comes out
no,
though.
no.
He immediately
The guy
traded
to
it.
see gets his though. Frost dies. Primal comes out. Potter John Jones doing it again.
A 3v3
This
here.
guy.
Bill Winnable for both teams beat actually
And
going to
the
come out to
beat
try and
down, I don't know
secure the
about
win
that.
here.
I don't know if you're going to be able to do much with it. Kiri gets out with the TP. Disgusting character. Potter John Jones still in.
They need to catch this Kiri. She's staying alive. Gotta be close to the teleport, and she's gonna get out. It's criminal.
Oh, no.
Oh, but Potter John Joe.
The
says
projected
not on
edge.
my watch.
And they're big staggers here. This Malga is 1 HP. He cannot live. Surely, Potter John Joe gets it done. Finished
Oh
off
my
for the
gosh,
Winston
almost
jump.
getting that reset there, but Potter John
See, this
Joe
is what
says
we
no.
need.
I was just playing for the stagger.
These
Was
long
able to get
maps.
that late finish.
You know, we've seen two teams now struggle to really get a good fight on second.
They're still
And now they're
engaging.
holding the
basically
spawn.
in the enemy team spawn. Gonna force out
And they're
the
gonna pay
Venture
for
ult
it.
here. I mean,
They're
you're
gonna
gonna
pay
lose your
for it.
tank, but essentially on this first point, where they're just kind of rolling the card a little bit, I'd say you're not too mad about that. Forcing the Venture ult for point progress you're probably gonna get anyway. Not too shabby.
Venture forced out. Hack coming onto the Venture.
See what
Sunlight
they
makes a
look to
swap
engage
over to the
here.
Sojourn from the Cassidy. Potter
Potter
John
John
Jones,
Joe
1
very,
HP.
very weak here. He's gonna get
Oh.
caught out. They're immediately gonna catch both DPS.
That is so bad. Both DPS fall before the Kitsune comes out. That's a big mistake from the other fan club.
Yeah, I mean that's really rough. You lose one of your best ultimates there after both your DPS go down in the fight. They don't have a ton to work with here now. Just the Vendetta ult. It's a little awkward to use on this third point. There's so many little nooks and crannies to kind of hide in between. We'll see if Potter John Joe's able to find anything with it. Gonna go up for it. Now just looking to find
bit
some
of a
early
fight
damage
from
here.
DPR.
In on Sunline. Sunline falling very, very weak. They're gonna get the finish. The
Oh,
dive comes in
no.
very, very nice.
Oh my
the Kiri
goodness.
split from the team as well, gonna be found.
DPR super greedy. Super greedy. They spent way too long going for that early damage as Kirko doesn't even see the team dying behind him. Now, there's still a really bad, this is the game of ult swings. Look at the ults that they're about to come online.
Yang coming out here. The Cage is
Big
gonna
beat.
come in. Oh, the Cage is gonna catch the Lucio, so beat goes on to just him. That is a disaster.
Oh my God, Potter John Joe
gonna catch
doing
one.
it again. Can they get more?
I don't know if it's
Primal's
gonna be
still available.
enough.
The Kiriko's alive. I think this fight could go anyway. Potter
Still
John
close,
Joe,
very close.
can
Potter
they
John
keep
Joe,
him up? Potter John
so
Joe,
much healing
assist!
coming in from
Primal
Frost.
coming
He's able
online
to
here.
keep Potter John Joe up, but is eventually gonna fall
Primal
in the
out.
backline. Primal now coming in,
What
but do
is
they have the
going
damage
on?
to finish it? Their DPS now coming back.
EMP
Adventure
coming
ult
online.
coming out, not finding anything so far. A massive EMP gonna catch 4 players.
Call me Frost gets Sunline. Wow. DPR is able to get the Kiri ult off, but it's just not enough. Can they get these kills? Can they flip the fight? I don't think they can. They gotta kill the Malga.
This Malga is just absolutely invincible, just running on point. Such a big health pool, it's so hard to chew through.
They
Potter
gotta
John
kill
Joe
this
doing his
Malga.
best to take out
Call me
everyone
Frost goes
else.
down. What a flip!
Are they
What
gonna have
a
anyone
flip.
back to touch? They get.
That is so unfortunate for Kevin Fan Club.
I mean, and this feels tense, right? But they still have 2 minutes in the time bank to try and force this through. I mean, oh man, I thought they were going to be able to get it with that that really nice EMP from Kameda. They got 4. They got everyone so weak, but not able to find the finishes in the end. Winston here doing a good job of establishing. They're looking to go on someone. They get in on the back line. And that's an immediate kill on Kiri.
Big
Oh, but
pulse bomb!
Sunline finds 2 with the pulse bomb.
Both DPS down. Sunline gets a
Sunline
third.
finding 3.
This guy is unstoppable.
Sunline with the 4K. I mean, that fight looks lost, right? The immediate kill on your Kiri. You are so scared, but Sunline able to turn it with a really, really nice ultimate there, and just able to clean up the rest of the kills in the fight. Super nice play by them.
But Pete and Imperium coming online here for Kevin Fan Club, they just need to cap it at this point. You don't care. You don't care about capping the time. Well, you
Yeah, worth noting.
but you
Yeah,
just
Imperium has 40
and
seconds.
goes down so early. Sunline is just good for it. That's the beat out of the fight.
Oh, he's gonna catch the Winston trying to jump out. A really nice cage there coming in from Gingerbread. Gonna catch the Winston and the Vendetta inside of it. And Imperium's looking really good. They're cycling their ults so well right now. They're finding the value out of them. It looks like KFC is just kind of saving up for this last ult fight. They're gonna have 3 online. Imperium gonna be basically just with Wu Yang ult. I mean, they're close to charging a few others, but if this fight starts early, it's gonna be a 3 ult to 1 ult fight.
This is
Order John Joe is in so deep, needs to be super careful here. You do not want to die, and they fall early, but they
Frost
trade out
goes down,
Frost with it.
and the beat comes
It's a
out.
4v4. No ults.
Big guy
yet
FC
from
doing it.
Phoenix.
The Malco goes down. That's huge. They need to get on this cart and cap with time.
I mean, Kevin Fan Club had to use both support ults there. They have the Vendetta
need
ult
to cap
available
with
though,
time.
but Order John Joe has to come back from spawn to use it. And Imperium is going to get a really nice fight here. The Tracer Blink. Oh, but a nice Suzu from Frost going to prevent anything from the
Oh
bleeding
my
ult.
goodness. And they won't cap with time. They just need to win this fight now. Gingerbread kills Big Guy FC with the primal. That's disaster. Can they clutch it out?
They just have not been able to kill Gingerbread. He's just been standing on this
Joe
point.
gets one. Big EMP. Potter John Joe, can he survive? It's just him. And that's going to be the primal. They get the primal touch.
Yeah, the Primal Skull is going to come in, but I don't think there's anyone else really available. Comfy trying to get back, but the spawn is just so much further away on these 3rd points.
What a map.
And that is going to be a win for Imperium. Oh man, Kevin Fan Club came so close on a number of those. They just didn't quite have the damage. They kept killing the squishies, but Gingerbread was just staying alive on point. Such a big health pool, so hard to burn through with all these cooldowns.
That was an impressive performance from both teams. I think, you know, the game of small mistakes. How do you prevent yourself from, you know, losing a fight before it starts? How do you make sure the ult economy stays intact? And in the end, Imperium was just able to do it that little bit better. You know, and we're seeing casters are going to pick MVP. I think unquestionably it's Sunline. Both those big maps where they needed someone to get the crucial picks. It was Sunline coming up big.
I mean, I'm not going to argue with that. Sunline, I think, a force all day. We saw them do work on the Tracer on multiple maps. We also saw them play really well on the Sojourn, getting some key picks with the Rails. I mean, just a solid DPS can really help stabilize your team, knowing that you have the potential to win sort of any fight that you go into. And Sunline really showed up for Imperium today, especially when it mattered. I mean, that Pulse Bomb, if you don't win, if that Pulse Bomb doesn't come in and basically kill 2, you lose there, right? You lose, and they have a big time advantage. They were going to be up by almost I think a minute and a half at that point. Sunline able to clutch up this 4th map for them, able to keep them going in the series, and then able to be our MVP for today.
I think it's unfortunate we can't, you know, it's hard to give MVP to someone that lost, but big shout out to Potter John Joe. He was a force on
absolutely
Vendetta.
putting in work on the Vendetta, showing why that's banned in all of my ranked games.
Exactly. That guy was and if I had to give a shout out to probably someone that's not going to get as much love but deserves it, Frost 432. Those maps he was able to play Zen. I was seeing him in the kill feed a lot. You know, maybe I'm biased because
Yeah,
I know
we'll ignore the player bias. We'll ignore the player bias for now.
Ignore the player bias, but you know, I think that's, you know, support's always, you know, it you know, unless you're, you know, flanking on Kiriko and lighting up the kill feed, sometimes you go unnoticed. But you know, I wouldn't be surprised if the majority of this assists in some of these games is is coming from Frost there. It's
I mean,
just
yeah,
an amazing
when you
map
look
all
at
around.
when you look at Gingerbread just surviving on cart and being invincible, trust me, it's not
Yeah.
just the tank there. I mean,
Hello.
putting in a lot of work was the
Hello.
backline. Speaking of Frost, welcome in.
Hello, Frost.
Hello. Thank you for having me.
Hmm.
Thanks for being here. How do you
Oh.
feel about your first match here? Able to get the win? Were you guys executing like you were hoping? Were you worried about any point when you lost the third map there? It was a pretty decisive win for Kevin Fan Club. The first two
Yeah.
had been really close, and then you guys were able to clutch it up at just the last second there.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you. This last map was a real like nail biter. I'm gonna be so honest. Like we thought they almost had like 5 minutes. I'm like, all right, team, this is what we're gonna do. And luckily, everyone on my team is like very strong synergy wise, and we managed to pull this off. Kevin's Fan Club is a great team though. Like they gave us a lot of pressure, and hopefully we get
Yeah,
to play against them.
that was quite the map. Someone we were talking about all day though was well, two people. One of them's the MVP, but we'll get to him in a second. But we were talking all day about Potter John Joe on the Vendetta.
Oh my god.
What was the plan to deal with him? That guy just could not die.
Yeah, like Cervasa, he came in clutch. He like really held up their team. He was like getting picks left and right. So honestly, I told my team that listen, this Vendetta is really gonna be a problem. We either need to play first or just either trade backlines here. And I think just at the very end, we kind of just saw that we could exploit their dives, and we just lived the first 5 seconds of it, the engage, and we managed to pull it off. And we won it all. So that was my general. I think that was the general idea of how we're gonna beat the Vendetta. Just try to play through it, or just try to play second to punish. Honestly.
Yeah, I mean, I think we saw some really good adjustments from both teams. Lots of swaps on both sides. I mean, I think when you're dealing with a character like Vendetta, right? It's you're living on the knife's edge the whole time. Like she's, sometimes 25 HP away from wiping your team, or just looking like she's absolutely feeding. And I think you guys made some kind of key gameplay adjustments to be able to reduce the impact and be able to win that map. We also wanted to give a big shout out to our MVP of the match, Sunline. Absolutely coming in
Yeah.
clutch. I mean, especially that pulse bomb there on the fourth map. I mean, wow, what a turnaround! That fight looked like it was over. The Kiri had fallen almost instantly to a really nice dive and able to pull that back. I mean, what can you say about Sunline's impact today?
Yeah, honestly, he is my goat for a reason. Like he is like my number one option to rely on. Honestly, every time, like he just is so good at putting pressure on them with his hit scan abilities, and his tracer gameplay has just been great so far. And I've been playing with him for like almost like a year now, so we have really good synergy when we want to fight together or fight near each other. So he really lifted up big. I'm so proud of him and my team.
Well, we were talking mostly about Sunlight's Tracer today. The, we know he's got a good hit scan game on him, but it seemed like when he was on the Tracer and you guys needed him to do something, you guys needed a DPS player to step up. It was always Sunline in the backline getting a kill. Big
Oh, yeah.
4K at the end of it looked, 2 minutes left on the clock for KFC there. Sunline pulls a 4K out of nowhere and a 2K pulse bomb the fight before. Just a ridiculous
Yeah.
game from him.
Yeah, no, he's been putting in the work. He's been really just like trying to help us get the picks we need. When we tell him, hey, who we're gonna target first, or what's our fight plan here, he'll kind of just like understand the plan immediately, just go do his own thing, and then I'll be able to do my healing and my little DPS thing because he's just taking all the attention away and all the pressure off of me, which is huge for us. So yeah, I'm really proud of him and the amazing gameplay he did tonight and the rest of my team.
All right, well, thank you so much for joining us. Congrats on your first win.
Yes.
Hopefully, we'll get Imperium back on the cast soon. We'll see how the schedules line up.
Yeah.
But congratulations.
Yes, thank you again for casting for us. We really appreciate it. Us getting to be on the Twitch very first match.
First match of the year, and it was a good one.
Yeah. Yeah, and also shout out to Kevin's Fan Club. You guys are great. Hopefully we can like run scrims outside of this, and kind of chat more. I'd really like playing against you guys. That'd be cool.
All right. Well, I think that's pretty much going to be it for us. Owl, Batman, anything else to say before we end the broadcast?
No, thank you both for casting again. Also, congratulations
Thank you.
to you and your team. Yes, it was very, very close, and I'm sure teams would be more than happy to scrim each other. Just ping them, and someone will say yes or no.
Sure.
Yeah. Well, good luck in your rest of the week, well, I guess you guys can rest up, train up, and for
Yeah,
round.
we never, my team never rests, bro. We're just gonna
Okay.
keep scrimming. We're gonna keep getting better. You know, we want to win the whole thing, hopefully.
Right. Very winnable.
There you go. I
Okay.
mean, that's the mentality it takes to do it.
Well, until next week, GG's, and thank you everybody, and thank you for all the watchers too. It's really appreciated.
Yep. It's always fun to see Twitch chat.
Yeah.